Good evening, and welcome to another live stream with me, Edward from Games and Tea, playing some D&D finally on a Thursday. Yes! It's been a little while since we've had a Thursday D&D stream, and I'm very excited to have this back again and to have my 5 miscreants with me again today. How you doing, guys?
Doing good.
Brand.
Amazing. Unfortunately, we do not have a Jeff with us right now. We wish him the very best, and hopefully that he will have a wonderful day and with whatever he's planning to do. But we're going to go with the people who are here today, starting with Neil from the Twitch channel Emotion Diversion. How are you doing, sir? And please do tell us a little bit about Sykes for us.
I'm doing good. I'm playing Sykes Brillas. He's a cowboy wood elf, and currently looking for his family. Also currently in the town of
You'll get there.
Something there.
Don't leave that yet. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yes. Currently searching for a murderer, and with the help of Farrell, maybe we'll find some leads today.
Well, we'll definitely see how that goes. It certainly is. It definitely is the morning, so you still have time before your head before I take your head. So we'll see how that goes.
Find some kind of lead before 2 days.
What an ending to a character that would be, though. Death by execution for suspicion of murder.
I might have to leave town early, guys. Just heads up. 2 days, you might not see me.
Indeed. And beside Neil, we have Lydia of Instagram fame. That one Lydia. How are you doing, Lydia? And please do tell us a little bit about Janai for us.
I'm good. Janai tends to speak before she thinks and punches even before that point. She is a tiefling ready for some action. That's basically all she's excited about. Until recently, because the group has been showing her a whole new world.
Oh, wow.
We'll see what happens today, because it was a big reveal last session, and I can't wait. Can't wait to see how that turns out.
Indeed. Well, there was a certain amount of reveal. But above them, we have Sean playing the character Farrell. How are you doing, Sean? And please tell us a little bit about Farrell for us.
I'm doing good, and yeah, Farrell is a fearbog from the Gloaming Forest. He lived in a stronghold there. Very sheltered life, so he's learning a lot about the world, for the better or worse. And secretly probably has a new goal to make a bar a hip and happening place to be.
Well, we'll definitely see how that goes. The first thing to do in terms of the bar is actually finding somebody who can cook. So, beside them, we have Zelma playing Illyria. How are you doing, sir? And please do tell us a little bit about Illyria for us.
I was drinking tea. Illyria has no memories recently. It's sort of a cliffhanger that the GM decided to do. Thank you, GM.
You're most welcome. You are most welcome.
Yeah, she is about to learn what she is, and yeah.
Oh,
we're gonna
library.
Yeah, we're gonna see how that goes. Yeah, indeed. And last but not least, who is also not able to join us today, we have Jeff, who would be Jeff from the Twitch channel Alhandrin, who would be playing our character Tifari. He's there all alone, by himself, sitting there. But unfortunately, he is not able to join us today, or at least for the moment. We'll see how that goes. So, there are a couple of, I suppose, announcements, I'm going to say. Not really announcements, but a few thanks. All the music you'll be hearing is from So got the thing up. Yeah, there we go. We have Sirenscape, Tabletop Audio, Ian Grimm, Felician Studios, and Alexander Nakarada from Seven Star Studios. So thank you to them for the music that you can hear in the background. The tabletop of choice that we'll be using is Fantasy Grounds, and all the miniatures that you can see in the stream today have been made in Heroforge, and a very great thanks to them as well for the services they provide. So. And last but not least, I would normally be streaming 3 or 4 days this week, but unfortunately I'm only streaming 2 due to prior commitments. So we're just having lots of D&D this week. So I will be back again on Sunday with my other group of D&D playing more D&D. Enough of that. Enough of me talking. So we are going to dive straight back into our session today. After battling their way through a party of rat folk in the sewers, Tefari, Farrell, Janai, and Lyria had been led by Meredith out of the sewers. It had a slight issue with a guard on the way out, just a slight issue, and were led by Meredith back to the Song and Dance Tavern. While that was happening, Sykes had also managed to extricate himself in a unusual manner, shall we say. Basically being told, you have to go and do a job for us, otherwise we will kill you, from the guards of his prison. Having met back at the Song and Dance Tavern, our 5 compatriots decided on a plan of action. Farrell and Sykes had, well, at least Sykes had found that somebody had been watching the tavern, so decided to check out said character, while Tefari, Janai, and Illyria were led by Janai to the Rising Sun Library within the City of Fall, since that was originally why they had come to the City of Fall. Starting with Sykes and Farrell, our pair had decided to follow, or at least try and find, at least to start off with, where the creature was hiding. Across from a darkened alley, they managed to find some tracks, follow the tracks to a sewer grate, and those tracks also seem to change in some way, or at least seem to disappear, and then other tracks were found leading into said sewer. Tefari, Janai, and Illyria had made their way across the City of Fall with their with a couple of very interesting and quite ingenious rolls made by Janai in her threatening manner to the guards across, separating the poor district from the merchant district. Upon arriving in the Rising Sun Library, they were met by a very tall, lithe-looking elf, at least a somewhat elderly-looking elf, who demanded to have the map which our players had found, which our players had been told to deliver to them, to hand it over. While the agreement on the price of 600 gold, which Janai had thought she persuaded the tall elf to hand over, the elf was walking away while Illyria stopped our elf, what they're called, I've forgotten their name now. Sorry?
Go for Sage in that.
It wasn't Sage. It was something else. I've forgotten what title I gave them. But we stopped our custodian of knowledge. That's the name. Stopped our high elf custodian of knowledge, and asked them, "Would you happen to know what I am?" Pulling down her hood and revealing her tentacle-like, sharp-toothed, almost mutant-like face to those around them, her compatriots, and to the high elf, to the elf custodian knowledge themselves. At which point the custodian knowledge reacted with, for the first time, possibly for the 3 of you at least, with shock and surprise, exclaiming to Illyria, "You are a failing." And that is where we are going to dive into our session today.
Yeah, real things for recruiting you though. I had to wait 2 weeks just to get to this point.
Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks, but it's been good for me as well. So yes, the High Custodian, that in their long-haired, blue-eyed look. You are a failing. How are you here?
She looked like down and went, I don't know. A lot of my memories are fragmented. All I know is just I picked the direction, just ran.
I believe we should have a talk. And here the high elf, the elf looks at Bert, looks at you, Janai and Tefari. If you wish, you may follow me. Otherwise, the library is at least open to you to have a look. Please do not touch anything without any permission.
I'll exchange a look with Tefari and follow.
Oh, you'll follow on?
Yeah, I want to know.
Okay, cool. If you will follow me, here the elf directs a question at you, Illyria, and simply turns on their heel and starts walking away through the library. Will you follow?
Larry is at a point where she could learn what she is, so yes, she is going to follow.
Of course. Lovely. You follow our elf through... I'm trying to find his name and I completely seem to have lost where out he is. Anyways, doesn't matter. You follow our elf through the library, and he leads you in a rather winding path, despite the very ordered nature to this library, with lots and lots of high shelves and lots of high places where books are kept. The path he leads definitely leads you in and out through all those books before eventually he brings you to a very small room at the back of the library, which has clearly been set aside for study at some point. It is very small. There is a smell of wood that you have when you walk in. The smell of tallow from the candles that are just gently burning in the holders on the side. And he invites you in. Please take a seat. And you can see in the room there are a couple of comfortable, sturdy wooden chairs with some very nice blue furnishing on them. Taking your seats, he simply sits across from you and says, "What can I offer you? What help or knowledge do you require?"
I just want to learn what I am and possibly... She kind of like looks off and like kind of has this distance look and went, memories? I have a lot of confusing memories.
That is not unheard of, at least from the knowledge that I myself know. What memories do you have?
If you want to learn about a recent memory, I had a dream or a memory. I don't know. I was in a desert, mountainous, kind of.
Hmm.
I think. And it felt like home.
The elf is very pensive for a moment before they say, "I suspect that is just a memory from your former life." Unfortunately,
Janai raises her hand, like as if she's in school.
The elf glanced across it. You have something to say?
Former life? Can you explain?
Not really, I'm afraid. What little information I have is only because I am learned in the knowledge of the world. What is your name? It says the elf turns to you.
Illyria?
Illyria, okay. Well, what knowledge I have is limited to talk and hearsay and really quite frustrating, as to be honest. There is not a lot of knowledge with regards to what you are. The best I can say is that you are a failing from quite a hideous empire known as the Empire Vork. And really, you should not be here. This empire uses, if you'll excuse me for saying this, but people or creatures such as you as servants or slaves. At least that is the knowledge which I have. And they don't escape. So, do you have no memory of how you escaped?
I mean, can I roll for...
Of course, please do. Yes, roll me a history check. $15. Very good. The memories are fragmented, but yet you recall someone or something telling you to follow, and you were led through various different tunnels, very dark and dank tunnels, and it was very, very soon after your failing, as it were. And you were led through these dank and dark tunnels to a chamber which emanated this strange force of magic. This thing or creature which you can't really see in your mind's eye told you to step through the portal. And you do not recall seeing a portal there, yet when you stepped through, you appeared you appeared in the continent of the hegemony of Fall. You not knowing where you were, you then decided to start walking and running. But that's what you recall.
She kind of like winces as the memory starts to come back, and she's like, well, there's this individual monster. I can't put my finger on it. Told me to come with them, and well, lengthy hallways, dark, dank, and entered in a room. Told me to stand on a pad, and I just ended up somewhere completely new.
This is worrying. I will do what I can to find what research we have within our libraries. Keep safe. One such as you does not leave. At least, not alive. All I can offer is my condolences, I suppose. And I wish you luck. As to what other information I have, I can only say is beware the floating island.
I understand. I do have another question.
What is your question? He directs at you, Illyria, not at Janai.
So, what is this empire?
As I said, there's not much information that I have. This empire, as to the knowledge which I possess, it is a mind flayer empire. And it is situated on a floating island. Island that travels around the world of Malintar. Very rarely seen, and the reason why we only have very little information about it is because it's not seen very often. It's, when it appears, only destruction is left within its wake. And those that have survived have just cried, shouted and screamed about streams can only madness can bring, and they die very soon afterwards. This is all we know. That it is a mind flayer empire that is on a floating island within, and it circles the globe.
Is there any places they have? You said that they bring destruction. Have they attacked anything as of recent?
There was a rumor that a city on the Bunobral, the continent of Barandesh, possibly in the Empire of Bunobral, was attacked. I think the city was the name of Dial Chada, I believe, but that was 10 years ago, maybe. So, that is the only recent information that I have, or at least that's just to my knowledge. As I said, I will do my best to find what information I can. And as I said, beware of the floating island. As to why you exist here in the hegemony, I cannot say. Just be careful. And yes, you, Tiefling, you wanted a question.
Well, I was going to ask where it was, but if it's a floating island, it could be anywhere?
You are astute.
What is astute?
There is a slight smile across his face. It means that you have at least recognized the idea. It is a floating island, therefore it can be anywhere, indeed.
But it can also be nowhere?
Anywhere can be nowhere, and nowhere can be everywhere.
Oh, that's giving me a headache.
It's a mystery surrounded in an enigma.
So yes, it can be nowhere.
Okay, I'll think about that for a little. Thank you.
I'll let that just haunt my nightmares for a while.
Philosophy for the win! So, Illyria. Yeah. I'm sorry that I cannot provide you any more information apart from the fact that you are a failing, and that you should not be here. Be careful, is all I can say.
I know you've done very little. You brought some answers to one of many questions about my existence.
I hope that has at least provided some sense of peace to you.
Some sense, but I'm still trying to figure out my what you said, former life.
Indeed.
Is there any way to, like, restore my memories? Like, some type of magic or something?
I am sorry. I cannot provide that information. Maybe if you sought help, possibly. Cannot believe I am recommending this. But if you sought help from the College of Mages, you might find something there. As to the knowledge that we have here, we do not have that knowledge. Such spells were lost long ago, and if they did exist, they would be buried either within the vaults of the College of Mages or deep in our vaults.
I mean, sorry to interrupt the dramatic pause you are building to, but can you check the vaults?
I will see what I can do.
And I will talk to a mage, I guess.
Indeed, you seem to have a mage with you.
He's special. He only looks like a mage. He is actually a very special boy. This is where Tafari makes a really annoying remark.
Yeah, this is where Tafari makes a really annoying remark. I wish Tafari was here too. I wish Jeff was here right now.
Yeah.
Well,
would I remember anything that restored memory? Remember anything, any situation of memory being restored to someone through arcane means?
Through arcane means. You can also roll me a history check with regards to this. Owing to your own history, yeah.
Or I could roll a history check as well. I think he's somewhat good at history.
17.
Oh my goodness.
17. Very, very interesting indeed. And yes, indeed, Tafari could also roll that, although his would be a different situation. Actually, no, his would be not history, this would be something else. This would be Arcana. Janai, there is something. You recall your previous master, for want of a better word, mentioning something about memories and magic, but not much. It was a very fleeting comment within a passing moment of time. And what's more, it wasn't even to you, it was to your brother.
No, he wouldn't talk to me about that.
No. So there's not much there. You do recall something that there is some sort of possibility to regain memories using some sort of arcane measure, but not much. When you glance around to look at Tafari, you can see Tafari is looking very, very pensive as well. And if you, well, I'll leave that to you.
I'm just gonna elbow him, I guess.
Huh? What? Huh? What?
Any ideas?
No, nothing here.
You understand that if you don't know anything, we're gonna have to talk to actual, real-life fucking mages.
Yes, it's a form to perform. It's a way to gain more knowledge.
Okay, I'm really looking forward to this.
So
Gonna be
where
You
is
say with no sarcasm whatsoever.
Across the city.
Illyria was.
Oh, sorry, Illyria. What did you want me to ask? What did you want to ask?
I was about to ask. So where is the College of Mages exactly?
Well, we have a somewhat working relationship with the College of Mages. It is located here in the Nobles district. Look for the towers. You can't miss them.
Thank you.
Mages are not subtle.
Although
Indeed.
I have to say, thank you for bringing some answers to my many of questions.
As I said, I will do what I can with what knowledge that we have. Good luck. And he reaches across. Across you. No, he stands up to the door and opens it towards you. Opens it in front of you and just gestures across. Gives a very small gesture from his hand, and one of the monks dressed in blue robes with a grey and green belt around them comes across. Yes, High Custodian. Lead these three out. Yes, High Custodian. If you'll follow me. The gentleman in question is quite a young-looking person, and from quick glance, they look very well dressed in their blue robes with grey and green belt, and they begin to walk very swiftly away from you through the library.
Okay.
He's holding a very quick pace. It's quite surprising how quickly that he's walking, but he's holding a very quick pace and leads you very, very smartly towards the exit. At which point he says, "I believe this is where I should leave you to your business. Thank you for coming to the Rising Sun Library, and I will see you again. And I hopefully will not see you again soon. Goodbye."
I cannot do any light reading.
He has already walked off.
Oh, okay, good to see you too. What up?
At which point, Illyria is going to put on her hood.
Yep, no worries. Fully understand that. Across the city, back to the poor district, where a very cuddly-looking furbolg in grey. It's grey, in green leaf-like armor, and a somewhat cowboy-looking elf have discovered some tracks and have found they've been led to a sewer grate. What are the two of you doing from this point onwards?
I think the next option was to go to the alchemist shop. Either that or we were gonna go when they got back. I think we were gonna go back to the tavern and wait for them to come back.
Well, we knew that it was going to take them a long time to get across town.
True,
And
yeah.
the alchemist shop wasn't too far away.
Okay, yeah,
So-
that is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we would have headed to the alchemist shop then.
Okay, sure.
If we can find any clues.
Winding your way through the twisted, narrow streets of the poor district, the pair of you do find yourselves in front of the somewhat peeling paint and dilapidated sign of George's Fantastical Emporium. The door is unlocked, so it is very easy to walk in.
I leaned down to Sykes' ear, I'm like, what was it that we were doing here again?
Looking for clues, see if maybe anyone had bought any poison from here. Being an alchemist shop, they make potions. They could, I mean, I wouldn't assume they make poisons, but they have the ingredients here. Someone could either buy the ingredients to make said poison themselves, or someone paid enough, maybe they could have them make poisons. I don't know. I don't know what specific poison we're looking for. All I know is we're looking for someone who may have bought poison recently, or ingredients that could make poisons.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. You open the door, and as you open the door, there's a little ding 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 from the bell as you push the door open. You are struck with the smells of various different chemicals. It's a rich, for want of a better word, smell in here. It's almost you're almost worried that the smells that are assaulting your nose might be poisoning you in some way. It is that strong. It's very, very chemical smell as you walk in.
It kind of actually stings.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. But as you walk in, you can see just scattered along the shelves various different forms of bottles and jars and things, and they all have various different labels on them. Some of them strange, some of them a little bit more obvious. And when you look at some of the jars, you can see bits of fungi, bits of dried roots, bits of what look like sort of metallic powder almost. And in other ones you see, well, you hope that's not an eyeball. You hope that's not a heart. There's some strange things in here, to be honest. But yeah, and you also see various bits of other bits and pieces around. You see a few notebooks, etc. as well, which clearly they are meant to be sold, but judging by the state of the covers on those notebooks, you probably don't want to buy them, as they're probably not going to be any good anymore. In front of you, it's quite an open store though. So when you walk in, it's quite small. You see the counter, the dark wood counter that is there, and behind the dark wood counter, you can see a doorway that has a curtain in front of it, a very sort of dirty grey curtain in front of the doorway. As you enter, you hear a voice shout out from behind. Be with you a minute!
Alright. Just looking around.
Yeah, while we're waiting, I'm just going to look at some of the shelves. I doubt that there's going to be anything like potent poison on it. You never know. I'll peruse the shelves for something in particular.
Sykes is way at the desk.
Sure, no worries. Roll me an investigation check. Just to see what you get.
-1. I know you're gonna get one eventually. Oh wait, no, I can't get a -1 anymore. The worst I could do is a 0. Dang it.
Okay. Getting there.
Well,
Yeah,
there's definitely a lot of stuff around here. It's all very strange. Never seen it before, and you're probably a bit worried that some of this stuff should probably not be in jars, or at least should not be being sold within a establishment such as this. It is at that moment, where, as you were glancing around, you Sykes are just sort of casually watching Farrell peruse the different jars. There's a tremendous bang from behind the curtain. And then just enormous amounts of smoke just start billowing out from behind the curtain, and you hear, "Oh shit! Fuck!
Instinct is to run behind the curtain, trying to help.
I want to say the same thing. Yeah.
Do you?
Is everything all good? Yeah, I'm running back there.
Yeah, it's fine. Just give me a minute. Oh, shit! Where's the fucking water? Oh no, not water. Acid. Where's the acid? There.
Acid. Okay, I'll be.
Do you run behind?
Yeah, I said I was. The smoke
Okay,
was coming out.
you run behind. You dash behind the curtain, and you are just struck with this billow of smoke and and everything. It blinds you for a hot second, basically. And as you sort of get your bearings and look around, you can see a just complete mess of a backplate of a study. There was definitely a table at one point. That table's now collapsed. And seems to be somewhat on fire. There's a frantic halfling quickly dashing past you to a shelf. She grabs a bottle, runs across the table, and just chucks his bottle on the somewhat alight table. The fire that's been given off is not your regular fire. It's a blue-green fire. You do not know what chemicals have been used, but it's blue-green fire and it's not normal. But she chucks this. Yeah, she chucks this bottle on top of it, and it hits with a splash and a crackle, and immediately puts the fire out. Except now, what's now coming out of that spot is this very thick white smoke that just keeps to billow off. She goes. And the halfling woman, who's complete disarray. Hair is all over the place. She's wearing some overalls, which have definite chemical burns and stains on them, and she seems to have these goggles on her eyes, which take up almost half her head. Oh shit! No, that's not what I wanted. Ah, fuck! God! Other doors. What are you doing here? Move! Get out of the way! Move! Out!
Oh. Just gotta move back out.
Yeah. She dashes out. She dashes out past you, underneath the counter, straight to the door. Opens up the door, runs back, pulls back the curtain, and then runs back into the room. And you hear her wrenching open the door on the other side. And then you hear, "Where's the fucking water? There it is." and you hear another splash of water.
I just looked at Farrell, just like, what the hell? What? Okay.
Safe? Is there a fight? What's going on back there?
Minor inconvenience on the store owner, I guess, but everything is all good, I guess. Let's just wait here for them.
Farrell's gullible, so I'm gonna let that one slide.
Right. Well, I think that's taken off. Right.
Is everything okay?
She emerges from behind. She emerges from that back room and looks up at you, Sax. Right. Well. Hey, no, that's taken care of. What can I do for you now? And this again, you now actually have a chance to properly examine this halfling. She has wild brown hair that is, if it was taken care of, would be about shoulder length, but it's just all over the place. Completely wild brown hair with these thick goggles on her across her eyes. You can barely see anything else of her features. She has very round, plump, very homely features from what you can see, and she seems to be wearing this sort of blue shirt and grey trousers. But over the top of that is this thick leather apron, clearly dotted with burn scars. And when you look at her hands, she has the typical furry, for want of a better word, hairy hands and feet that halflings have. Except her hands are a lot thicker than what you would what you are normally associated with halflings.
Okay.
And as she has this very jovial attitude about herself. What can I do for you now?
Well, first, is everything okay? Is everything all good now?
It's not too much of a bother. Oh shit!
I look to the back again just to see quick.
Don't worry about that. It's fine.
Okay.
I can't see you very well. Hang on a minute. And she pulls off these thick goggles and sticks them on top of her head, and you are hit with these beautiful grey blue eyes that stare up at you. Ha! Now I can see you properly. You after something?
Yes, actually, we sorry to say, we're doing an investigation. We think
wasn't me.
Might have...
Whatever it was, wasn't me.
Oh, no, and not you. We're looking
okay.
We're just wondering if someone has recently bought any potions, poison, or I guess not potions from you, because I know alchemists, ingredients can make poisons as well.
They can.
Do we need an ingestible one or a stabby?
Pliable one.
Well, I'll be happy to let you know this is not that sort of establishment.
Insight check.
Okay, that sounds great to me. I'll still roll the insight though, because Farrell, I forgot, actually is very insightful.
No, I thought it was a 17. Oh yeah!
I forgot. Farrell is not gullible at all.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Sykes. Yeah, no, she's telling the truth. Farrell. Where are you on Discord? There you are.
Secret message time.
Oh, what you talking about? What?
Hey, Mac.
This is where we talk about our sponsor.
I wish.
It's mustache cups. It's cups that protect your mustache.
Oh.
Mustache cups.
Wait, what? That's awesome.
Oh my
That is
god.
amazing.
It's a
Oh
stash
my
protector.
gosh.
Oh,
That's
such
our
a cool
sponsor.
idea.
the
Or at
sponsor
least
stash
they
cups.
should be.
Stash cups. Stash cups.
Stash cups.
I mean, if I decided to shave on screen, we could be sponsored by Manscaped because that's what I use for my face.
Okay.
Hey, they sponsor everybody, so
They do, yeah.
Everybody. And they're odd.
yeah, they always have the weirdest advertisements, but I love it.
My god, that's a hot take. Look at all the typing going on there.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the novel that I'm getting.
No, it's not quite a novel.
Okay.
Oh, damn, what did I come back to? 28? The hell? 20? Oh my god, 26 went inside.
Hey, Bluff.
Like,
Sorry about that. I
you
was typing a message to one of our players.
can you like calm down on the rolls?
Little did he know he was typing
Nope,
backspace.
there's no chill.
I'm the only one that's allowed to have good rolls, apparently, according to the list that I'm seeing here. He kind of just, or I kind of lean in close, and it's just like, we have a lot of money, and no one is watching us. You could show us.
Roll me a persuasion check, please.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
Scratch the
what did you
I'm the
say
only one that's allowed to roll high.
Yeah.
What did you say about that?
Mm,
Well, I have no idea what you're talking about.
So
And I'll
you
definitely,
don't-
I'll happily take your money, but I'll take your money for stuff that I actually need.
But what we need is some very strong
Are you trying to imply? Are you trying to imply that I'll say something to sell something to you that'll kill you?
well,
We're not thinking.
we're not it's
something
not for
else.
us, it's for monsters hunting.
And
Aye, and
Okay,
my great grandma was a celestial. No,
okay. Hold up. So
He bows
We're
to
not-
her because
we're not
she's of
assuming-
divine origin.
you're telling us because you seem to think, or not think that you know. Trying to figure out how to word this. But yeah, you seem to misunderstand. We're not here to place blame that you're selling poisons to a murderer.
and whoever said I'd sell poisons? Huh?
We're not.
Right. So
I
I
asked, but you have ingredients that can still be made into poisons.
am very much aware of that. It's my job to know.
So have you sold any of those ingredients to anyone recently?
And it's not entirely up to you if you should know that or not.
Well, I am on order
You know,
by
client
the
privilege and all that.
captain of the guard to
Oh,
find this
I'm so sorry
murderer.
for you.
Do we have proof
What?
that we're like working with the do we have like
I
a
don't
letter
actually
or like
think
a
that-
badge or something?
He didn't give you anything, no.
Yeah,
That's
shit.
gonna make things a lot harder.
Yeah.
I also will nudge Sykes and just point to like under the desk.
I lean into her, but I don't even see that really quick first. But I leaned to her and I said, "Look, if we don't fix this murder problem, the town's gonna be on lockdown for God knows when, and you're most likely not gonna have any outside customers coming in anytime soon, or ingredients. If you help us, we can even help you get those ingredients sooner."
Oh, you're looking to be an employee for me, are you now?
I mean, after
It'll
we solve
certainly
this
say
case-
it'll certainly save me trying to go out and get it myself, because that's what I normally do.
I can do it for a little while, yes.
Well, we are both hunters and gatherers.
Yeah. Well, if you'll have a look around, I don't really need somebody who's good at hunting and gathering. And she just gestures to the store again, and when you look around, it's like there's just there's powdered stone, there's weird green and yellow things in jars around the place, and again that sort of those bottles containing organs you probably don't want to know about.
From creatures that we probably would rather not know about too. I'm sure.
Can I go take a look around at these jars and see if I know what like any of them are? Like, you know, like
Of course.
to kind of like show her that I know what I'm talking about when I, you know, like.
Sure. There are many different types of jars. Some of them have this sort of weird egg-like thing which has some tendrils on it. Others there seems to be sort of this sort of skin that's in there seems to be folded and smashed into a very large jar, and others there seems to be what seems to be literally a heart, a very huge heart in a jar. So, what would you like to look at? Describe to me what you'd like to look at.
Looking to see if there are any jars of like maybe plants, you know, like, you know, stuff that I might have been able to like gather up, you know, when I'm like out myself.
Gotcha. Roll me an investigation check.
Ah, shit.
Hey, you're looking around.
I know, it's survival. Oh, it's 17.
Hey, very nice. Yeah, no, absolutely. There are plenty of plants around this place. Some of which do indeed catch your eye. There are these very thin. You see a sort of a bundle of very thin, what looks almost like grass. Except you know that this type it is a type of grass, but it grows only very specifically within the mountains of that take up part of the continent of the hegemony, and they are very bitter grass, sometimes used in tea for its calming like effects. Except you also know that if you had that in a very strong concentration, you would have almost a very psychedelic experience from it. And
Nice.
of course, if too much is ingested in one go, it can kill. And you know that those exist in the mountains, not far from where you are, in fact.
So I just point at them and I say, these are from the mountains of hegemony. I don't know what you would call them, but whatever they would be named, I would call them that.
They would be known as the red fever grass.
Okay. So I would say this is red fever grass, only found in the mountains of hegemony.
Specifically the Spine Ridge Mountains.
Spine Ridge Mountains.
Oh, yeah, the ones that are like really close to the glowing forest.
Yeah, specifically there.
Hang on. Red.
Yeah, they're just south of the glowing forest.
Yep.
Or like the
Which
southern
mountains again?
edge.
Sorry?
Mountains of hegemony in the which region?
It's the Spine Ridge Mountains.
Yeah, Spider
Ridge.
Mountains.
Mountains. Okay.
Yeah, they basically encompass the entire southern edge of the glowing forest.
Yep. Correct. You would be very familiar with those mountains.
Okay. Yeah, these are red fever grass. Right over here.
Huh. Well, I'm glad you know your plants.
Just wanted to
There we
flex your
go.
knowledge a little bit.
I mean, I wanted to show her that, you know, I know what I'm talking about. I might be able to, like, help her in gathering ingredients that I find along the way. And if I come back...
I get what you're trying to do, yeah.
Whatever.
But that's
You know
not
what?
that's not conducive to what you actually want, is
know.
it?
Yeah. I just say, you know what, Farrell, I don't think we're gonna find what we need here. At least not with the help of others.
Well, I guess I'll just have to take my 8 gold and spend it elsewhere. I thought I had more money than that to really make that hit home, but
I just say, it was very nice to meet you. I'm gonna try my best still to to uncover this investigation, find this murderer, so that we can open the town again, and maybe future ingredients that I find out. So.
Well, I wish you luck with that now. But what was that about 8 gold now?
Well, like I said, we were planning on actually like giving you money, but if you don't want it, I mean, like that's fine.
I suppose I couldn't say no to a wee piece of gold now and then. It's very useful in concoctions if you have, you know.
Anyway,
then it would be useful to tell my elf friend things that he actually wants to know.
That'll depend upon the size of the gold.
I pull them out of my pocket.
Do you pull all 8?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
I have no money.
You have no money. You are now skint.
But Farrell doesn't need money. He doesn't care about money. I'll hold them in my hand though, and not actually hand them over yet until the questions are answered.
All right. And for all this time she has been standing on this stool behind the counter, and you watch as she jumps down off the stool, skitters underneath the counter to the front door and locks it. And then she says, "Right, well, God alter you, give me strength. Follow me." And she leads you into the back area behind, in that curtained area where you had decided to explode into previously. When you enter, the smoke has cleared, and the billowing white smoke that you previously saw as she threw acid on there, it's no longer there. It just the room has cleared. And
it's just an empty room.
It's not empty. Right. No, it's not empty. When you look around, you can see many forms of different types of glassware here. You also see tripods. You see clamps. You see all types of chemical equipment, chemistry equipment here, basically. You also see different mortar and pestles. I mean, she has tiny ones through to giant, massive bowls. Some with very smooth, some with a very smooth coating, some with a very rough coating, and as well as also these sort of very strange flat metal discs, just stacked and scattered all around the place. In one corner, you can see what looks to have once been a very stable table, but has now split and is just split in the middle down. Is now just fallen in on itself. You do also see a couple of other tables around the place which have various different pieces of equipment on them, but this is one table which are either of you prefer? Do either of you have any experience with woodworking or anything like that?
Maybe a little bit. I've done a little whittling here and there.
Okay, well, if you want,
would have a little bit, not.
If you
much.
like, if you like, you can perform a nature check for me.
Sure. Still an int.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I have a +1 even though I'm trained in it.
Yeah, +0, so you're better than
so
me.
it had. So what did we have? Let me just have a
Like
quick
I
look.
said, a little bit of
4 and a 16. Okay, so Sykes, it's a
Just
table. So Sykes, it's a table. For you, Farrell, you realise that table is made out of a very solid piece of wood, a very thick piece of hard wood, which you know would be very difficult to break in the fashion that it now is. So the fact that this thick hardwood table has broken tells you that something of great force was used on it. Our little halfling woman leads you into this mess of a laboratory, for the better of a word. Turns to the two of you, looks up at looks at you both. Right. Now we're a little bit of privacy. What is it you want?
We're looking for. We're just wondering if you maybe have sold a poison to someone cloaked, stooped, he had poison curved blades, That's all the description I was really given. But have you sold
Well-
any poisons to anyone recently?
Well, I've not sold anything to somebody in that description that you just told me about. But I did have somebody come in that looking to buy. I think he said it was. Yeah, just give us some more. She turns around and grabs this book off the counter, not the counter. Sorry, the shelves behind her, and splats it out in front of her. You see, as you glance at the book, you see it's just a ledger full of notes. And she eventually opens it up to the last page. So the entry just says, "Oh right, yes. Believe it was brown liquid, sulfur, and manganese. That's what they ordered. God knows what they wanted it for, but they wanted it something."
And was this before the city went into lockdown?
Aye. It was.
And
It
that-
wasn't. It wasn't a stooped fella though. It was weird fella actually, to be honest.
Can that mixture be applied to blades?
Well, in the right consistency, aye, it could be. Be pretty painful way to go as well.
You know how tall they were, or how tall they looked?
Well, you see now, love, I'm a halfling, so it's a little bit difficult for me to tell what height people are. Everybody's just taller than me.
Okay, how high are they considered to me? Like if as a rough
To you,
estimate,
okay.
I'm like,
Yeah, go and stand up against that door for me. She
okay,
just indicates the
I'll stand
doorway.
over there.
Right. Oh, you big fella. Go stand up against the door.
Okay.
What?
Right. You see that little knot just below your chin there, big fella. About there.
Okay.
When you look at where she's indicating, you can gather that the person that you're talking about is probably about 5'9", 5'8", roughly. For those who know metric system, I'm sorry, I'm not translating that into the metric system because I haven't got a fucking clue what that is in metric systems. You're gonna have to cope with it. So it's about 5'8".
Not much taller than me.
Hey, it's about that high, and
Yeah.
well, they were definitely, they weren't stooped. They were upright. They stood upright, and they had quite long sort of black grey hair about to the shoulders. A little bit odd, to be honest. And they seem to be quite well dressed for here. That was the main thing. About him that I quite realised. He was quite well dressed for this area. It's not really the kind of person you see around here, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
And he had don't know. It's almost like he had whiskers on it. Almost like had this sort of weird sort of whiskery whiskery beard. So it's very whiskery black beard or something.
Uh-oh.
Almost rat-like in appearance. Not really. It wasn't really a rat, but you know what I mean. It's a little bit of a rat.
Thank you very much. That actually gave us all the info we needed, I think.
Yes, that helps a lot. We've been dealing with that person for a while now too.
Oh, aye. Okay.
Actually, to thank you for your information, along with the 8 gold, I'm just gonna give her what I've got too.
All of it?
I don't have a lot. It's 2 silver and 23 copper.
No. You look like you need that better than I do. Keep all of that. I can make do with the gold.
Damn it.
I can't do much with gold and copper. And if I want either of those, I can go just go and grab some myself.
True. Okay.
Also, do people from... I need to remember the name of that temple. Noxumbra Temple? Do they come in here ever?
I am not at liberty to tell anything about that.
Even with the 8 gold?
Even with the 8 gold.
We don't want to mess with Noxumbra Feral.
Hey, I still think that they might be involved.
Knowing their name is enough to get us killed.
Good point.
Probably.
Well, they have a temple in the city. I mean...
Oh, true. Well, everybody is plagued for death.
Right. Well,
thank you for your
No.
time.
my pleasure. Please don't go telling everybody I spilled my beans to you.
Of course.
I already forgot what we talked about.
I mean,
Good.
I don't
No.
even know why I'm here.
It was a pleasure doing business now. Fuck off. I've got to go and clear up this bloody mess.
If I do find anything in the future that you would need, would you be willing to buy it, or I could,
Depends on what it is. Let's see what
Okay.
see what you can find, and I'll bring it to you. And bring it to me.
Sounds good. Thank you. All right,
Right.
you have a nice day, and thank you. What was your name again?
My name's Annabelle.
Annabelle?
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Okay, thank you very much.
Annabelle
Sykes.
Gain.
Oh, Annabelle Gain, okay.
Gane.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. My name is Farrell, or my name is Sykes. I'm got the info I needed, and I'm excited. My name is Sykes. This my friend here. He was Farrell. Be sure to remember me because I will be back. Hopefully with ingredients. That'll be very cool. Because
Well, we'll see about that. Anyway, go on, out,
Have a
out,
good one.
out, and she just starts pushing you from behind
Yeah.
out the apothecary.
You just as soon as we get on, I look at Farrell, and I've just got this giant smile on my face. Like we've just done the I'm just so excited. Oh, we've got our lead, and we know where they're heading. We know where they're heading. We found the grate. So
You haven't fought them before yet. Those rat people are very strong. But
That's the thing, Sykes, is that what Farrell is throwing to is not something that you have experienced.
yes, but I still can believe him.
Yeah,
That's
we
true,
did talk
that's true.
about it a little
Yes.
bit.
In which case, if he says it's like a rat man, I've never heard of this, which means it's dangerous. Anything
it's
I've
not
never heard
only a
of is
rat
usually
man,
dangerous.
but it's a man that turns into a rat.
Right. All right. Well, we should head back to the bar and wait for them to show up. We've got our lead, and
I'd also like to
probably
speak
go
to
back and
Meriteth.
let them. Yeah, I was gonna say we should probably let them know where their gold is. we never really left a note for them to take their money back, so we should head back to the bar as quickly as we can.
Take their money back.
Well, like I put the bag of gold inside of
yes.
the
Oh, yeah.
bag. Yeah.
It's
So,
probably
yeah.
been a couple of hours now. That conversation, the journey to George's Fantastical Emporium, which is kind of ironic considering her name is Annabelle.
Yeah.
George's Fantastical Emporium, and then back to the Song and Dance Tavern. It has been probably a few hours now. Illyria, Janae, and Tafari, is there anything in particular that you guys wanted to do after you were efficiently shepherded towards the exit of the Rising Sun Library?
Yeah, we both got pushed out the door, basically. Both groups.
No one likes us.
Man, I wish I could have talked to actual Tafari right now. Because Bunabrow is doing things in my brain right now. And I need Jeff here. But I suppose I'm just going to give him a side eye for a while. I'll confront him later.
Sure, no worries.
Yeah.
But is there anything in particular that the three of you would like to do?
Illyria, any ideas?
Oh God, I'm back. Oh fuck. Oh yeah, I gotta keep it PG-13.
Hey,
Yeah,
PG-13 is
no.
allowed one.
No, man.
No, we're already way above PG-13. So no, this is not
Yes.
PG-13.
X-ray. No, just kidding.
No. We're not
I know.
that. But the F bombs have dropped a lot on this game, so no, we're already above PG-13.
Fudge.
I'm trying to keep myself from laughing too much.
Hold back, man.
So, well, I do want to go to the College of Mages to see what they know.
Well, I'm not doing that on an empty stomach, so I suggest we eat, collect everyone, and then try that. Maybe.
We're going to bring that criminal, aren't we?
Sorry?
Nothing.
Okay.
Do I need a
Sneezes.
deception roll from you, Illyria?
Yes.
I genuinely didn't care.
Please roll a deception roll. So, Janai, you can do with that what you like.
Well, do I need to first roll insight?
Yes. If you'd like to roll insight, you can. If you don't want to roll
Yeah,
insight and let it go,
yeah.
it's entirely up to you.
There we go. Beautiful.
So yeah, you didn't even hear what she said.
I genuinely didn't, so this works out great.
Yeah.
Amazing. Alrighty then. So the three of you, I presume you are going to head back to the song and dance?
Yeah, unless, because we passed in the Merchants District, right?
Yeah.
So, anything looking particularly tasty?
Anything looking particularly
Food-wise.
tasty? Okay.
Food stalls time.
Okay. Janai.
Food. Not people. Food.
Food. Janai. You have spent time here in Fall, in the city. You have also never spent much time, I'm presuming, within the Nobles district. So you can either stay here and have something to eat, in which case you suspect it's going to cost you the earth, or do as you have previously suspected, which is previously indicated, which is go to the Merchant district, which will also not be on the cheap end, shall we say, or you can head back. Which would you like to do?
I just want to see if there's anything special.
Okay, sure, no worries. You have been
Any
to the Merchant
special food?
You have been to the Merchant district, so you do know. So you do know of a place, one place. It is called the Master's Eatery. And the only reason why it's called the Master's Eatery is because that seems to be where all the hobnobs and all the bigwigs from all the different guilds in the Merchants District go to have their lunch.
Do tieflings go there?
Do tieflings go there? Roll me a history check.
Or any other place that I know tieflings might go.
What was that, Larry?
I could sense an immediate brain aneurysm if we go in there.
14.
14. You would know that tieflings are not... That's not a place where tieflings would frequent.
Would I know where we would go?
Son of a bitch.
In the
Nobody
Merchants
goes
nobody goes there. In the Merchants District itself, yes, there is one place. Only because it's more willing to serve those of the College of Mages than any other. And it is known as the Miller Arms.
The Miller Arms?
The Miller Arms, yeah. It is a relatively inexpensive tavern within the Merchants District. Not in the main road. You end up having to wind through all the various different streets of this Merchants District with the very smells of carpentry, wood, stone, metal assaulting you as you are making your way through. And eventually you do find this tavern. It is it's a very almost backwards alley type tavern, with on the sign a pair of crossed arms in the background of what can only be a wheel, a massive wheel, basically, which you'd recognise to be a mill. Walking in through the front door, you are greeted with it's not exactly warm, but neither is it remote in its comfort level. This is definitely a place where people just come in, eat, and then go. It is not designed for comfort. It's not designed for people to be staying here to eat and drink. But that's it. And as you walk in, you can see that the tavern is relatively busy because it's about mid-afternoon now, and you can see a few people of various different races, both elf, dwarf, human, and a couple of halflings running around as well. They seem to be the ones serving the tables. And tucked away in the far corner, you see a dark-skinned tiefling, and they are sitting by themselves. In one corner, there is an open table for which the three of you are able to take a seat. However, this is on the opposite side of the bar from the tiefling in question.
Tiefling in question, male, female?
They are a male, and they appear to be in civilian clothing.
Okay. Interesting. I'm gonna turn to my little group. Okay, so I have a strange plan, but you're gonna have to leave me alone for a little while, okay? You, pointing towards Safari, need to shut up and be inconspicuous. And you
I'm always conspicuous.
need to
I
shut
can
up
definitely
and...
manage that.
Good, okay? Can we manage that?
What did you want to do?
I am just going to flirt my way into some information.
Right, well, I suppose I can help with that. Maybe I can help with that. Let's see.
Nope! You don't seem like his type.
It could be anybody's type.
You know what? You work on that, darling. I think you need a drink is what you need.
Well, I suppose. Fine.
Can I get the attention of any bar personnel, any
Oh, yeah.
halflings?
Easily. You just grab. Instantly grab one of the halflings who was making their way past you. Past you. Hello.
Hey, can I get 3 ale, please?
Aye,
And
coming up.
a bite to eat.
Aye, coming up. Where are you sitting?
Oh, just this group here.
Okay, right. Coming
Thank
up. And they quickly dash off to grab your order. So the three of you are going to take the unoccupied table? Question mark.
Think so?
Okay.
I'm not though. I'm trying to not be seen with them too much, so that I can sort of roundabout make my way to the other tiefling in the bar.
Okay. So the idea that I have in my head right now is that you have shepherded somewhat Tefari and Illyria to one table, and you are now walking through the bar.
Okay.
Do I have that correct? Please correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, Illyria and Tefari, the pair of you are now occupying a table, and Janai has abandoned you. Would you like to use this time to do any talk? Well, I would say do any talking. You're basically going to be talking with me, but would you like to take this moment?
You're
Illyria.
asking Illyria. Yeah.
Illyria? Hello.
It's not.
We'll get back to Illyria.
Yeah.
Janai, you are wending your way through the bar.
Finding your way.
Oh fuck. But you are wending your way through the bar. We're there now. You're wending your way through the bar, and I'm presuming you are doing that looking at but not looking at while looking at said tiefling, correct?
Yep. Just keeping an eye without ogling.
Roll me a stealth check.
I don't need to be stealthy about it. I can go directly towards him.
You tell me what you want to do.
All right. I'm just gonna like make a big deal out of leaving those two alone,
Okay.
and then just stomp my way across the bar and just myself down next to the guy.
Oh, amazing! Yes. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Big deal. You make a bit of a fuss in the scene of leaving Tefari and Illyria behind and march across the bar. You attract all sorts of attention. One, for the fact you're a tiefling. Two, you just made a big scene in front of what could only be described as a mage and somebody else.
But not a scene per se. It's more of a welcome back. I'm out. Sort of loudly. I'll just loudly go like, okay, well, as long as you're here, that's great. I'll be over there. Okay, you'll be fine. This is good. You'll be fine. I'll go over there. Okay.
Okay, that's cool. All right, you haven't attracted that much attention there.
Okay.
You are still a tiefling, so you do attract some sort of attention.
Mm-hmm.
And plunk yourself in front of this dark-skinned compatriot of your species. They were not looking at you. They were not looking at you at all until you sat down in front of them. They avoided
missions. Am I right?
Yes. Quite.
No?
Well,
I mean...
I'm sorry, but who are you? As you are now looking at this tiefling, they are, as I said, they are dark skinned. Their skin is almost black in color, and their eyes are. That is what almost is slightly off-putting about them, is the fact that their irises are almost white in color, and and also the color of their horns. They're not like yours, which extend from your forehead and back. These ones extend a bit more from the sides of their forehead and extend upwards almost before heading back. And when you approach and are actually able to see what he's wearing much more clearly, it is civilian clothing, yes, but you know from your background, you know the cut, and you know the cut of the cloth, you know the tailoring, and you know that this person is actually wearing the uniform of the College of Mages. It is a dark red, sorry, not dark red. It is a dark purple suit almost, with this open white shirt piece that they're wearing. Able to see the chest, obviously. They have no jewelry on them, none whatsoever. Yes, well, I'm sorry, but who are you, and why are you interrupting my dinner?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought we could have a chat. You know, I assumed my bad. I see you are more sedentary. What is that like? Sorry, my name Janai of Eldertham. Nice to meet you. And might I say, cool eyeballs.
What?
It's a terrible remark.
I want to add that as the best pickup line ever. Might I say, cool eyeballs. Wow.
I have to say this, but this entire interaction, I think I sense disturbance in my brain.
Oh, very much so. Brilliant. I want to add that as a quote to my channel. That's brilliant. What can you say? Cool eyeballs. Best pickup line ever. Yes. Well, pleasure to meet you, Janai. I'm Alfred.
Alfred. What a delightful name. I have not heard that one in a many a time. It's not a common name where I'm from. Whereabouts are you from?
I'm from Fall.
And remain in Fall. What a wonderful place to remain.
Indeed. Look, I don't mean to be rude, but could you leave me in peace? I just need to want to finish my dinner and head about my business.
No problem. Sure. You
Thank
finish your dinner now. What is this? Potatoes, little potatoes. Very good. Okay, well, you have a lovely dinner now. Goodbye. Goodbye, Alfred.
Yes. Goodbye. you stand up. Yeah. When you look down on what he's having, it's not potatoes, but it's a very simple meal of vegetables, steamed vegetables, and that's it. And you stand up, leaving him very perplexed.
I'll never forget her.
And head,
Yes, ending is not occurring here.
yes, I think it's well. It depends. I can't really do much with that, to be honest.
Itself is like, what the hell just happened?
You went sat down in front of him, and you completely put him off his guard. He's completely out. I can't do much with this one, I'm afraid. Sorry. So yeah, you leave him. Leave him very perplexed as to the interaction he's just experienced with you.
That's okay. I'll get back to him at some point in life.
Well, we'll see.
We'll meet again.
But
Yeah.
you get.
I hope I never meet you
There is
again.
something I would like you to do. Is I'd like you to roll me an insight check for him, because you mentioned Janai of Felderwind. So I believe it
Elderfin.
was Elderfin. Thank you, Janai of Elderfin.
Elderfin?
So please do roll me an insight check.
14.
14. There seemed to be some recognition
Okay.
to that name, but that was it.
Yeah, I know where you eat. I'll find him when I need to find him. Okay, good.
Okay, cool.
I know where you eat.
And do you head back to Illyria and Tafari?
I'll head back to the table. I'll plunk
Alright.
down and go. I pulled a
I
Tifari.
forgive you.
Yes, I did quite enjoy that interaction. He says, he's grinning at you.
Yep. Wipe the smile off your face, magic boy. We're going back.
Oh,
Back to the sticks.
Well, that's perfectly fine. The beer here wasn't very good anyway. You could see that the beer hasn't arrived anyway. Hasn't arrived.
Where the fuck did you get a beer from?
It's the sort of thing you say here, isn't it?
We're getting out. We're leaving.
Okay.
You'll never show my face here again, you despicable. Okay.
And you lead Tefari and Illyria out of the Miller Arms Tavern. Do you head back to the Song and Dance?
Yeah.
Sure. All right.
Okay. Time for some proper food, I suppose.
Time for some proper food. Sykes and Farrell, you have reached the Song and Dance. Probably around about this time, while Tefari, Janai, and Lyra are making their way back from the Miller's Arms, and Meredith is there with KRL. Why did you make a name like that, please?
I'll
Carol,
call the next person like Bill or something. It's fine.
it's just how you spelt it, which is what's fucking up my brain. But anyway, Meredith and Carol are there.
A cereal, yes.
Cereal, Kirill, I think. Whatever.
It's Carol, yes.
Carol. They are both there, and you can. Carol is busy entertaining themselves with a very quiet song. And as you walk in, she looks at the pair of you. Oh, our guest from yesterday. You've come back. Welcome.
Hi there. Well, we got our info, what we were looking for.
Wonderful.
I need to speak to you guys, as I point to those two.
You point to Kirill. Meredith is
Kirill
not there, right?
and- oh, yeah.
Meredith is not in the room where you are right now, but Kirill is there, so you
Okay.
can assume that Meredith
Yeah.
is back.
Okay, yeah, then Carol. Well, first,
Okay.
you're the owner, or is Meredith the owner? I always forget.
I'm the owner.
You are the owner. Insight check.
Well, roll
I like how that's
insight.
immediate.
You're the owner. Insight check. Roll the insight check, please, Ed.
20.
This is not a secret moment. They are indeed the owner. She is telling the truth about that.
Oh, okay, cool.
But she also does glance in the direction of the kitchen, where you can only assume Meredith is. You can. It's now as she glances towards the kitchen, you notice the smell of frying bacon beginning to emanate through the area. So you can assume that Meredith is busy cooking right now. So yes, she is the owner,
Yeah.
but she also
Okay.
glances in that direction.
Okay, gotcha. I just wanted to let you know, you guys ran off such a quick haste to town. You left your gold on the countertop.
Oh, did we?
Yes, you did, because before we left, I put it in the safe so that it wouldn't get stolen. while
We had gold. Did we? We had gold.
Yeah, didn't your friend
It was
didn't
from
your friend Tunai bring it?
yeah, tonight. That's his name. Yeah.
Oh, he did he? Oh. Well, that's
Or
not
was
going
that
to
from
make Meredith.
Mer?
That's not going to make Meredith too happy.
Wasn't
Well, she
She's
doesn't have to
speaking to
know
him
where it
yesterday?
came from.
Sorry,
wasn't she speaking to him last night or this morning?
Carol.
Meredith?
No.
No, Meredith.
Yeah, Meredith was.
Yeah, she
But
did.
Carol
she could
didn't
put the. Oh. Well. Anyway, but yeah, so I put that money in the safe because I figured
Okay.
it's best not left out in the.
No, that's right. Yes, and that's good.
Yeah, so I put it in the safe.
Sorry,
so-
safe?
Yeah, isn't that
There
your
it
safe?
is.
We have
In
a
the
safe.
corner. Mm,
You can roll me an insight if you want. I could see you wanting to
I
ask me
think I'll
that.
need an insight check when she says that, but oh, I was a 17, a 13.
You can't quite tell if she's telling the truth in regards to that comment or not. Although,
There
considering
was a treasure map in
how
the safe.
considering how open and how sort of innocent
Yeah.
Carol comes across, it might actually be true that she doesn't know that it's a safe here.
You might want to let me show you then. Come here, and
Okay.
I'm not gonna open it, obviously, because I need an opportunity. And now that she's here, I'll need her permission to open the safe. But I'm gonna go lift up the floorboard from behind the countertop where I found the safe and show her.
Oh, I didn't know we had one. Meredith, and she starts yelling for her. Starts yelling, and you eventually hear, "Aye, what is it, love? Oh, did you know we have a safe? Aye, I did. Why? Oh, no, just the lovely elf people, the elf person put. I can't remember your name. I'm so sorry, but the lovely elf man put gold in there for us. All right, okay. Tell him thanks, love. Thank you.
You're welcome.
She says to
and
see-
the name is Sykes.
Sykes. Oh, I'm so sorry. I really don't have a very good head for names at all. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Hey.
Believe me, being alive for 400 years makes it a lot harder on everybody. 'Cause no one remembers you after 200 years because the people that did remember you are all dead. So,
Unless you're an elf,
unless you're an elf, true.
like me, who has not very good head for names. I'm sorry. Would you
No,
like a
you're
drink?
fine. Oh yes, I would very much like a drink.
Well, we bought this bottle of wine. I have no idea what it's like, but we bought a bottle of wine, and she pulls out a brand new bottle of wine. Completely, it's not open.
Ooh. Okay.
So, and on it, it says, excuse me for a moment. I look at my notes. It says, it's called Lucian wine. And on the label, there's what looks to just be this field. It's almost like a field, but it's not. It's just this grassland that extends into the distance. And yes, it's called Lucian wine. As she opens it, she pulls out the stopper, and this very harsh smell strikes your nose. It's definitely a white wine of some sort, but it's you're gonna want to try it first before you start before you make any judgments on it.
Yeah, I'll take a sip.
Okay. I don't know how much it costs. Meredith, how much does a glass of wine cost? That one copper. Copper piece.
Alright,
I can
I'll put a
afford
copper.
that.
Shut up. I put the
Because I
copper.
Would you
still
like
have
what-
some copper.
Would you like one as well? I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Farrell, but you can call me anything you want. I don't mind.
Okay, Farrell. Would you like a glass of wine as well, Farrell?
Yes, that'd be lovely.
Okay, here you go. And she pours out 2 glasses. Are you also taking a glass as well, Sykes?
Yeah.
I have 6 copper left. I actually took 4.
She hands it across to you, and when you bring it to your lips, the smell that strikes you is of grapes. You get a very strong grape smell with an undertone of apples to it. But as soon as you taste it, oh by God, this stuff is dry. It puckers the lips and immediately starts making your mouth water. It is that dry.
Sour.
Oh yeah, this stuff is dry.
Ugh.
And there is also a very strong taste of alcohol here too. And you're pretty sure that if you had more than 1 or 2 glasses of this, you are going to have a thumping headache if you're not careful.
The one is fine.
This is cheap shit. This is really cheap shit, this stuff.
Oh.
Um,
As I go
It
to
is-
sip another, oh.
it is as the time wears on, the smell of cooking gets stronger and stronger, and eventually the smells of bacon are replaced with onion, and there's the smell of fried bread, and then other bits and other sorts of cooking smells start to appear. And
You're making
it
me
is-
very hungry, and I don't like that.
my apologies, sir. My apologies, but it is not long. It is not long before Tefari, Illyria, and Janai
It's
also
the
enter the tavern. Illyria, Janai, and Tefari, you enter to the smells of frying bacon, onion, and rice, and it's a very homely smell, and it starts to make your tummies rumble. And there is also Sykes and Farrell sitting with 2 glasses of wine in front of them, and Carol is Carol's doing Carol things, shall I say.
I'll give a nice full-bodied wave. You know, the kind where you move your whole upper half.
Sykes just kind of lifts up the glass as a cheers to them. coming
It's
back.
literally just the 2 of them, but sure.
Yeah.
I see you've made yourself at home.
Yeah, we got back not too long ago. Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of information we were looking for, so.
Oh, I want to hear all about it over dinner. And I help Carol with whatever what is she doing right now?
She is currently looking to start singing again, because that's all she really ever wants to do, to be honest. It's basically the thing I can say about her. But she starts singing. She starts up with a very lively tune. She's clearly using she's managed to get some bells strapped around her wrists and ankles, and is busy just beating out a rhythm on a drum between her sitting between her legs. And she starts singing a very jaunty tavern song, basically one that you would know from your own travels to Chennai. Yeah, so that's what she's doing right now.
I'll sing along at the appropriate moments and dance around her, making the name of the tavern complete.
Song and dance, very nice.
Actually, at this point, I think I'll take off whatever armor I had on. And underneath there is layers and layers of flowing fabric. there's actually I packed dents, and it turns out that everything underneath my armor is just layers of fabric, very fine and very worn. It looks like it was once expensive and is now probably in need of repair and or throwing out. Definitely in need of a wash. And what Janai does is she performs something she's only done once before, but it feels like tonight's the kind of night we have something to celebrate. We're making progress, and she's really tried to get over that awkward interaction from before.
Oh, this is still the afternoon.
Yeah, we're still in the afternoon. So
I know. Well, we can celebrate the fact that there's a meal on the table. I think in this place. So she'll take out her 2 swords, and she'll start a sword dance, in which
nice.
she moves the swords gracefully alongside her body. She's a muscular lady, but with a grace you hadn't expected. She moves in a quiet dance, and speeding up as soon as Kagel speeds up as well.
Sure. Just roll me a very quick performance check. You can do that with advantage.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah, no worries. Can't see that. 18. Yeah.
18.
Wonderful. Perfect. Sykes, Farrell, and Lyria, you watch as Janai begins this dance, and it is mesmerizing. It truly is mesmerizing. And yes, you can see how toned Janai is through the various rips and tears within the fabric of her clothing. But this sword dance, it's almost balletic in how she moves and how the swords moves. And there's something. If you excuse me for saying this, saying Janai, there's something almost swan-like, and that goes to snake-like, that goes to something sinuous, that goes to something fluid. It's quite mesmerizing, to be honest.
While Sykes is sipping on his drink, he's going to cast Druidcraft and attempt to. He's going to create a tiny, harmless sensory effect. He's going to try and predict the weather in the next 24 hours.
You're going to try and predict the weather? Okay. Yep. How do you cast the spell?
Just like...
Oh yeah,
it's with the cigarette. Well, like, I don't know. I guess I'd take the ashes from the cigarette butt, at the end, and just kind of, like, put it in my hand, because I keep forgetting that it's, like, my little, like, I'm kind of using it as a,
focus.
Like a focus, but yeah.
You're doing the thing where you lick your finger and put it up to the sky, except it's with your cigar.
Yeah, so I guess I just take the lit. It's not currently lit, but over time I'll kind of use the same cigar until it goes out. But
sure.
And I kind of just take the ashes and kind of rub it into my hand. Kind of take a little bit of the ashes, put it away, and I kind of like rub it in and just kind of almost like almost light it so it smokes a tiny bit, but not enough to like make a scent. It just burns a little orange, and I'm trying to see if I can see what the weather will be like in the next 24 hours.
No worries. You go to do this, and you start the magic off, and this orange glow appears in your hand, and seems to want to form into something, to tell you something. But very quickly, it starts to scatter and blow and out of your hand, and you watch this. You watch as your magic flows out of your hand around your shoulder, and as you watch it, flows towards Janai and then flows into her dance and disappears.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You forgot about that.
I was just like, all right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna put my thing on the table. I won't be long. I'm just gonna run outside quick.
Okay, how far are you going?
Well, 30 feet away from Janae. But outside. Yeah.
Okay.
Outside and farther from Janae. Just.
Okay.
I keep forgetting she's got that there.
I do specifically need a number from you, so you're going 30 feet away from Janai.
Yep.
Okay. And you do the same thing?
Yeah, the same thing, yeah.
You go to do the same thing, and again, the same thing occurs. The magic flows out of your hand behind you through the open door. It's the light inside the tavern is slightly dimly lit now, so you don't see beyond what happens.
Yeah,
but it does
but
flow
I
away from
do
you
know
through the open
It
door.
goes through the open door. Damn.
Yeah. And you are
It
30
does
feet
create a
away.
really pretty effect,
Okay.
though, like of it spinning around Janai.
Yeah,
though,
Farrell, you watch as this very small sliver of orange light appears,
Oh,
which you
so this-
recognise to be his magic. It flows into the dance of Janai and then disappears.
He just claps. He's like, "Sykes, you're really amping up the performance. I like it. You're
I'm
adding a
only
lot."
60
to it."
feet away.
Janai, as you are having this dance, it starts to feel almost like there's somebody dancing with you. Like there is somebody that is guiding your hands in movements that you hadn't thought of, movements that you haven't thought you could do. And a voice just comes to you, says, Thank your druid for me.
No! Mike!
Can I think really hard in my head? Okay, not speaking, but I'm thinking thank you from whom? From whom?
From whom? I have been with you since you met me.
Which is in the dark.
As you say, in the dark, you don't see, but you can almost feel/hear the grin in your mind.
Well, nameless one.
You can call me Kai.
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 I will pass it on.
Maki, Kai.
Now let's be dancing.
My pleasure. And you carry on dancing. Farrell, Lyria, Teferi, and Kyril. You all watch as Janai's mesmerizing dance with her blades starts to take on something more dramatic. Her arms start to go up wider and start to take on these more larger sweeps and passes. Farrell, you can feel the tempo just suddenly shifts. That Janai is now the center of attention. It was no longer a partnership between Kyril and Janai. It is now Janai. And Kyril has responded to that, and her song shifts from that jaunty tavern-like sort of jovial tune to something much more aggressive, something much more what I'm trying to think about the best word. Not bestial, but something more feral, something
Primal.
more primal. Thank you. Something much
word.
more primal. And you can tell that this is a response to what Janai is doing, and Janai's dancing form gets much more aggressive. It's still sinuous, it's still flowing, but there's a lot more snap to it instead of a nice passing through. It's much more whack, much more there's a lot more there.
Well,
basically.
when I think primal and music, I can only think of one person.
Mhm.
I pull out the drums that I have. And
Yes.
I try to play along.
Roll, yeah, go for it. Roll a performance check. You can do this with advantage.
Oh, good, because I'm gonna need it.
Like sort of moves 60 feet away also to try again. He's gonna move as far away as he can until it works, but he's going 30 feet each time.
I'm not sure if this would be the correct music for this, but we'll go over it anyway. Yes, with that roll, you are able to join into this sort of very primal music. This is completely the wrong music for this. I don't like it at all. I'll eventually get something a bit more accurate for this.
There's something in Discord, but I think it's copyrighted.
Yeah, that
I
would
don't
be
think we can play that. Yeah,
that would be copyrighted, unfortunately. I'll find something a bit more appropriate for next time. But yes, you start joining in with this drum, and you're beginning to make a lot of noise now. Both you, Kirill, with her drumming and her singing, and you're drumming there as well. You're starting to make a lot of noise, and Shania, you don't realize this because you are now taken. You're just enveloped in this dance. But you start shouting and yelling in this sort of very primal instinct.
Am I still speaking common? Or
Sykes, you have made your way 60 feet away, and you are able to now do your magic.
Okay.
And you want to find out what the
weather will be like
is.
in the next 24 hours, yeah.
In the next 24 hours. Well, right now, the weather it's rather overcast. It's relatively chill. It's relatively cold, but it's not too bad. Your spell, as you watch your spell, it takes on the form of the current weather, and then goes darker. Then you start to see rain, and then it stays like that. And then as you watch, you can see that the rain changes in terms of weight. It gets heavier in some hours it's very heavy, some hours it's lighter, but it just stays as rain for the following day.
Yeah. Okay, and I'll head back to the bar.
You head back to the bar, and as you approach, you can see that there are people have begun to just random people from outside have begun to look in the direction of the bar. And as you approach, you can hear the noise from inside. It is loud. I really, really, really want to have a good thing here, but I don't think I can.
Let's get the fight music on.
Fight music on. The fight music might just work in this regard. But yeah, you can hear this always primal music. Let's just play it. If I get done, I get done. But you can hear this primal music going on from inside. I'll just turn the music down just again a little bit. And it's off-putting to you.
And I see these people kind of looking towards the bar.
Yeah, it's attracting attention. It's definitely attracting attention.
All right,
Illyria.
I yell in the crowd. Oh,
sorry.
Yo,
Carry on.
what's up?
no, you're good. You can go with Illyria.
Okay. Illyria, you have been watching this, and you yourself have sensed this shift in the dynamic of the music and the dynamic of the of the performance that's been going on here. And you start hearing Shania yelling out. What languages do you speak?
I thought you already knew this. I only speak common.
Only common?
Only common.
Okay.
Until she
cool.
gets her memories back.
Sure, no worries. Yes, so the language that you hear Shania yelling in, you do not recognize. Farrell, what languages do you speak?
That's a very good question. As soon as you asked Illyria, I was looking. I know giant for sure.
Okay.
Oh, here it is. I was gonna. Yeah, giant, orc, and elvish.
Giant, orc, and elvish. Okay. That language, you do not recognize the language either.
Does Tafari?
No, Tafari does not either. Sykes, you walk in. Carry on.
Oh, nothing. Go ahead.
You walk in, and you can hear the primal music, the primal singing and drumming that's going on, and you can see Janai is there doing this dance, which you left her doing this very beautiful, flowing, sinuous type of dance. And you can see she's doing the same thing again, but there's a lot more snap, there's a lot more aggression to it. And you can also hear her yelling. What languages do you speak?
Common, Elvish, and Sylvan.
Again, you do not recognize the language.
Dang it. I know which one you're looking for, too, I think.
Do you know?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to say.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Well, you can tell me what you think it is. I will not give you an answer.
Right.
Would
I'll
I
send
be
it.
able to? Can I hear what I'm saying? Or am I not even mentally there anymore?
That's actually a very good question.
I'll let you decide that. Would Shania be aware of her shouting? I'm gonna let you
I think
answer that.
only vaguely. The attention is towards the movement and the music.
Okay, so
But the
then-
shouting merges with everything. So I think she would be aware of sound, maybe even words, but maybe not necessarily that it's coming from her.
Sure, I'll go with that. Then yes, so you wouldn't recognize it. Very shortly afterwards, the dance and the music comes to an end. Not quite as abruptly as it just did now, but there is left a sense of exhilaration. Was for you, Janai, you are left with a sense of exhilaration, of having expressed yourself in a way you have never done before, and feeling freed by something. Sykes, you are left with a feeling of unease from this experience. There's something not right here, something unnatural. Farrell, you are left with both the feeling of unease and excitement. Illyria, this is a...
Bob.
Confusing.
Yeah, you're confused by this. I'd go with that. You're confused by this. This is not normal. This definitely was something else, something other than something else, but you wouldn't know. It's confusing. Well, that was quite an experience there, Loft. Do you want to have something to eat now?
Alright, that was fun. Oh,
Hey,
up
well,
to.
come and have something to eat. And Meredith is there behind the bar. She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plates of food in front of you. And it is it's a wonderful smell that comes off the food. There is bacon, there's the smell of eggs, there's some onion in there as well, and you can see that it's this sort of concoction of rice and bacon with some sausage and egg thrown in together, mixed all together. It's a very simple dish. And she says, "Well, this is not puttanesca, but this will fill you up. Go on, dive in."
Thank you very much.
Oh yes, and also Meredith, how are you feeling today?
I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
So your wound has been healing up nicely.
It has. Thanks very much.
Wound.
Still,
Okay.
still nothing weird. Thankfully.
She got attacked by a weird rat man, and I kind of give Sykes like a knowing look when I say that.
Okay. You care if I take a look at the wound quick?
If you like, she holds out her arm to you.
Okay, I'm gonna take a look at it and see if there's any infection.
Sure. Roll a medicine check.
Yeah, I think we did it before, and I think it turned out clean, but
That is a 21.
Whoop, whoop.
It is a beautifully clean wound. It has been previously cleaned. The bandages that were holding the wound closed are fresh. Well, these ones aren't, but you reckon that another day and they'll be
Yeah.
fine.
All right, yeah, looks good to me. Good job.
Oh, your comrades knew this stuff.
Nice. I got a smile at everyone. By the way, I hope you don't mind that I looked at, that I went to your safe to put the money away. That was their safe in the pantry, right?
Well, it wasn't the pantry; it's there. And she points to the floorboards, which you originally pointed
Okay.
out.
I wasn't. I'm like,
yeah.
maybe it's somewhere else. And yeah, okay.
Well done.
Okay, cool.
Thanks for doing that.
I didn't
that's
realize
something
that
to
was
think
on
about.
purpose, actually.
Yeah, I didn't. I thought maybe I'd run off with the key, but I didn't want to leave it out there, so I managed to get it open. And then I put it in there. I'm not gonna tell anyone it's there. Obviously, I'm the only one. I'm not gonna say anything else.
Well, it's now. You're the only one, as well as the fire is the only one. The fire is the only one. Illyria is the other. We all now know where the safe is.
Well, you knew where the safe was. Yeah, true. But you know, we're not gonna do anything. It's just us.
Correct.
I trust you. I trust you.
Yeah.
What was that, Illyria?
Hold on, let me say that again. Hold up. You're a goddamn criminal.
Yep. Absolutely.
It is true. The evidence of Sykes being a criminal is just very slowly adding up over time.
Everybody just like sees a criminal and actually is just a hunter. They're just
Yep.
like, God damn it, guys, come on.
Well, was it? Did you manage to get what you wanted done?
Oh yeah. So I should probably tell you guys. So yeah, I went to the what was it called? I had the name. The George's one.
Or George's, yeah.
George's Fantastical Medicines.
Yeah.
Emporium.
Emporium, yes. And they did end up telling us that someone did come and buy some stuff from them. Obviously, it's not their fault because you can pretty much make anything from everything. But the stuff that they bought can potentially be mixed to make a poison that, depending on the substance mixed with, it could be applied to blades.
And the
and-
person that bought them seems very familiar to anyone that was in the sewers with us.
They mentioned, humanoid rat man with whiskers or something.
Janai
Does that ring a
swears under
bell?
her breath.
Sorry, Sykes. Just to reiterate what I said earlier, she didn't say humanoid rat man.
Oh,
She just
yeah.
said somebody that looked very rat-like,
Mhm.
but it
Okay.
was a
Like
human.
probably like angular features
Yeah.
and maybe some
Yeah.
fuzz
Okay.
on the hair or the face kind of thing.
ratty-looking face. Wasn't
Yeah.
a rat
Oh,
man. It was
yeah.
just a ratty
Okay.
looking face.
Rat man.
I would have said that, so yeah. Rat man.
Sewers!
Also, I managed to see when I was looking outside this morning, my window, I saw a figure kind of hiding behind some boxes, and I took note that they ran behind the alley. And when you guys went up to the merchant place, me and Farrell went to the alley first and took a look around, and we saw footprints that stopped and continued as tiny little footprints to the sewer grate.
We might have a rat problem.
A man was eaten by a tiny rat.
No, Janai. No, no. Do you remember that fella that we was fighting in the sewers?
Yes.
The
I
half
didn't do
rat-
squats. Yes.
The half rat, half human fella.
And how he escaped. From
Oh,
us.
you're saying he's a rat?
It might be.
I looked to Meriteth. Meriteth, when you guys fought them, did you notice any weapons on them? Like, did they have any curved blades?
Not that I saw. Not that I remember. I just remember getting pissed off that the thing couldn't die.
Did any
Yeah,
of you guys see anything on
Tafari and I were the only ones that seemed to actually be able to hurt him.
them?
Well, that sounds like we've got ourselves a lead.
Yes.
Meanwhile, out of character question to the DM. It's been a while since our last session. Don't do it. We were
It's been
going
a
to be.
while.
Curse you. We were going to be paid 100 gold per person, and then
yes, indeed. You
I
were.
lied and called it 200 gold a person, and they
You-
accepted that
Oh,
lie.
yeah.
They
Were
did.
we paid, or was
You
everyone
were
just like,
indeed.
They were rushed out,
No,
so we
you
didn't
were.
get paid.
You were indeed paid. Yes.
And then
Okay.
So,
you did say it was
you were-
5 people total, right? Also? Your group?
You
Yeah.
you requested 600.
Yeah.
You requested 600, so it would have been 200 per person for 3 people. So you requested 600, and you were indeed paid 600.
okay, good. I'll just add that too.
So yeah,
The ledger.
you have 600 party gold, shall we say, and you can
Party
split
gold.
up or do whatever you like with it.
Okay.
Yep, that looks a lot better on my sheet just now.
Yeah, from 0 to...
Yes. Well, I'll put it on my sheet since I was the one doing the talking at the
You're
time.
The one that was, you're the one that was given to.
Excellent.
So you have 600 gold for which you can do whatever you like with right now.
Let's buy more bars. No.
I thought you were gonna say buy more booze, which is kind of on the same level.
yeah.
I will say that. Oh no, go ahead, Lyria.
No, you go ahead.
Okay, I was just gonna say that I will say that we should probably hurry up with the investigation if we want to find the rat person, what rat something. Just because it feels like it's gonna rain soon, and which means our tracks might disappear, and the sewers might flood, which means our rat friend would get shoved out of the sewers. Maybe. I don't know how the sewers work here.
Well, then the lockdown makes no sense, right? Because if it's a rat, then you can get in and out whenever you want.
True.
I think that we should maybe tell the guard what we know and ask them what the course of action should be.
Was your
That
job
is true, yes.
find the guy, or eliminate the guy, or
Or just
what
prove
was your
your own
job?
innocence.
Do I remember what he said? I think he said to find and capture the guy, right?
Indeed.
Yeah, he said to capture him. So
Well, if
I
we
feel
tell
like,
him
yeah, we talk about
progress,
bring
then
him
maybe
to
he'll
the-
change
yeah.
the terms. Or help
we can
us.
at least, yeah, we can at least tell them what we know right now, and then we can find out, if maybe they'll like block the exits so we can't get away, and then we can try.
We could get a legitimate access to the sewers as well, instead of sneaking in like a bunch of
True.
Mhm.
common thieves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I say we go do that right after this, unless you guys got something to do.
Well, we also learned things. We delivered the map, so we got paid
Oh, awesome.
a bit extra, if I might add. Also, we learned that Illyria is a failure. No,
Fella.
failing.
Not
She failed. I don't know. What was?
Say that again, please, Illyria.
She's just spoke. Never mind.
I heard you. That's funny.
No, that's what the nasty old person said. That's not what I believe. I feel you're a wonderful person. Maybe I don't know. I barely know you, but not a failure or failing, or you're not failing in any way.
Has Sykes heard of a failing before?
This is one of those ones where no roll is required. No.
Okay. All right. Oh. All right. Yeah. I mean, we'll have to look into that somewhere. Did you find out anything else?
No, it's obviously nonsense. She's not failing.
What she is a friend.
Exactly.
Aww.
I like you, big guy, more than the criminal over here.
I'm not a criminal. I just have misfortunate opportunities.
Excuse me?
That's not.
You want to reword that a little bit?
Yeah, that was a bit really weird. I'm a hunter, not a seeker. I don't seek trouble.
You hunt it?
No, it just.
And when he's dating, he's a keeper.
That's why I'm hunting this this murderer, because obviously, like, I'm not. I don't know. Yes, I understand what I did was bad. It was like a spur of the moment thinking. I thought, the previous guard would be able to help me, but yeah. I already said I wasn't going to do it again.
In that spur of the moment, you made a choice.
Yes.
And that choice could lead to your death unless you want to get out of the city. But then again, if you do leave the city, I think the consequences of your actions could follow you.
That's why we're going to get the guy, right? That's the plan.
That's the new plan, yes, is that we're going to go capture this rat.
Unfortunately, I have to go
to the what?
mages so I could learn myself a lot more, and possibly beating my.
Whoa.
We can.
I don't think you should be anywhere near a mage.
Well, the thing is, I prefer to have my questions answered than leave with a sense of who am I still.
I understand that completely. I'm just saying that the odds of you and the mage having a friendly conversation that doesn't end in you on an examination table are 0.
Plus, if we catch this guy,
Mages are fucking insane. I want to reiterate this to you, okay? I can barely spell the word, but I want to reiterate.
Plus, if we catch this guy, we might get access to the mages, the College of Mages. They might let us, have privileges to go there, since we, saved the town.
Sorry? What did you say?
Nothing.
I want to hear what you said.
Roll insight.
But yeah.
Well, no, it's just I didn't hear, so let's just go with that.
Okay, sure.
I heard that though. You don't have to help me if you don't want to, but I do want to help you find out more about you too. I just feel like I've got a time limit. We can.
By the way, is it the morning or the night that the time
It's now
limit is up?
Oh.
Like, I forgot when the time limit is actually up.
Like they just said 2 days, and it was from when night happened. So
They just said 2 days.
Night. Yeah.
Yeah, we really need to talk to them.
Okay, so we need to talk to them soon. That is step 1 in the process. Illyria, I understand, but we're not helping random common criminal guy. We're helping a city. A whole city with people who want to eat and people who need to go places, people who have to deliver buttloads of fish to random merchants. We're helping everyone. You gotta stop thinking about just yourself.
Zoom is lagging.
Oh shoot.
Oh.
Okay.
I just gave a super inspiring speech about how we should help the city.
Oh, it was like.
What?
Oh.
I'll stay at this corner. It's fine.
Just be in that corner. It's fine.
I'm fine. It's fine. This is cozy, actually. I'll be over here.
While Selma comes back into the game, after that inspiring speech that you have made, Mereteth looks across to you, Shania, and says, Shania, do you mind if we have a little bit of a word later?
Why wait? I've eaten now.
Well, thank you very much for what you did earlier. That was very kind of you. But I'm afraid 2 gold is not really going to start a business.
So, I know. That's right, please. My girl is listening, you know.
Well, it's up to you if you
And
want
then
to.
look over at Carol, she's playing with her hair or something. She's not listening at all.
Carol's not listening at all. No, she's it's. Roll an insight check on Carol.
Okay. Weird, but okay. Yeah, sure.
You know Carol. You know her moods. You know she's an open book. She's always been an open book. She seems perturbed. She's playing with her hair, but she's playing her hair in that way that she, on the rare moments being introspective, she's been introspective.
Noted. Sorry, Elira, do you want to finish the super selfish argument, or can I go to the back to talk about running a business?
You go ahead and do what you want. I need to think.
Hey, before I go, who you are is not determined by what other people tell you you are. You know that, right?
I know, but I need answers to questions that need answers.
And with friends, you find answers. But you can't
Except
just go
with a
running off on your own. He's already said sorry twice. Look at his poor little face. Oh, the other side. Look at his
Other
little
side.
face. Look, he's so sorry. Please drop it.
Oh, I'm gonna help a criminal once. After that, if he gets into trouble, he's on his own.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
that's fair.
Based on what I heard in there, I think you should probably start believing in second chances. And I walk out to Meredith, I suppose.
Today, don't forget to tell her about the gold.
Shut
We'll follow.
up!
We'll follow Shania. We'll follow Shania. The camera will follow Shania and Mereteth into the kitchen, where Mereteth turns to you and says, "Well, that 2 gold, that's paid for this." And she indicates the quite large amount of food now in the kitchen. That's paid for this, and that bit of trash out there that your colleagues are drinking. But It's not. 2 gold isn't enough. I managed to have a chat with a few people, and unfortunately, it looks like we're going to have to use that gold that Chennai brought us.
How much?
1 barrel of wine, cheap wine, costs you 15 gold pieces. Well, that's 1 barrel.
Is this before or after the city went into lockdown?
That was before, and supposedly it will.
Intense cursing going on.
Yeah, intense cursing. Aye, that's how it is right now. The city's closed, so no goods are coming in terms of that. But a barrel of cheap wine costs 15 gold pieces. Anything more expensive, you're looking at 30, 45 gold pieces. And then obviously there's the size of the barrel, and that's all the stuff. Ale is slightly cheaper, with it being 5 gold pieces for a barrel of cheap shit ale. But that's about it.
Right. Okay. Whose idea was it to start a bar?
You can. We've had this conversation before. It was the 3 of us, really.
And why didn't you think about this in the business? It's just
It's Carol, come on. You know how she is. She gets an idea. She persuades us, and you know that's how things go.
we have a good job running with escorts, with just getting people from place to place, with shitty dairy
know,
jobs,
but
with
she wanted to do
drinking
something
in taverns,
else.
not owning a tavern. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Don't touch the fucking gold. Okay? You don't know where it came
It's just-
from. Don't touch it.
True. Fine. All right. Well, have you
Don't
got have you got enough to buy something for this lot for this then?
I have an idea.
Go on then. What is it?
Well, I can't tell you right now, okay? I have like a whole group of friends that I still need to persuade. There's one in that. We've got one grumpy lady with tentacle hair. We've got a criminal guy. I can get the big guy on board, I'm sure. And then there's the wizard. I don't know what makes this boat float, but I've got to think of something. Anyway, there's people I have to talk to, but I think...
Shania, you
think-
don't have to take this on yourself.
No, but if you can just get started and get people in, then you can make money.
That's the point. Aye, yes.
Yes.
But you don't
So how
have to
much-
take it. Share. What is it you want to do?
Well, I've been thinking we got some money from a job, just a little bit, and we could
Well done.
theoretically be investing into the bar as like a sponsor, and then I don't know, something merchandise, something. I'll think of something.
Something merchandise, sell our name.
Step 1,
That
invest.
could work.
Step 2,
Aye, that could.
Step 3, profit.
That might be able to do it. And then suppose any profits we eventually start to make and go towards you fellas. If it goes towards yourself.
Not everything.
No, it's a portion, and we'd have to whatever we make has to go back. Most of what we make has to go back into the bar, obviously. But I'm sure we could start setting something aside once we start making a fair amount of profit. If we
Right.
start making a fair amount of profit.
Well, then let me talk to the people.
All right. Well, don't put yourself out. All right. It's just our decision, and if it really doesn't work, much as Carol really wants it to work, if it doesn't work, we're going to have to sell up.
Well,
Don't put yourself out for us.
no, but I mean, also, I just don't want you to touch the other gold. Like, Carol can have dreams all she wants, and she can give us wonderful dreams in return, but the thing is, what
Not
tonight's
aye.
doing? That's dangerous.
It is dangerous, but it brings in money.
Dangerous money. There's no money at all.
It's only money when you look at it.
We'll keep it locked away from now, yeah?
It'll be a secret stash if it's needed. Hopefully never.
Hopefully never.
Deal? Alright.
Deal.
Well, go on then. Go and have a chat with your fellas. I need to clean up in here, and you can see that she's just left the saucepans and pans all out all over the place. So it's like, I need to clean up in here, right?
I open the door. I go, fellas.
Huh? Yeah. You've caught Carol's attention.
Oh, actually, I've been meaning to talk to you, but I can do that later. Do you have time, like before we go to bed?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Good job on the singing. It was very pretty.
Thank you. It was, yeah.
She
it was
gets-
strange.
I don't know. Does she get red? I guess she gets puce.
Oh, you mean Janai? Oh yeah.
Saunters off to the table to finish your meal.
Okay, cool. You have also garnered the attention of everybody else, Sykes, Farrell, and Illyria. While this conversation was having, guys, were you were you doing anything?
Sykes is cleaning his hat.
Yeah, Farrell's just lost in thought, thinking still
That
back
doesn't-
on the singing and drumming.
Sykes has
Okay.
just been cleaning his hat while thinking about the rat thing that we're about to go fight, or something. We're about to just
Sure.
try and stuff about.
Farrell, are you looking to do some introspection on that, or just pondering it?
He has his own theory of what happened.
Okay.
He thinks that they were visited by a ghost.
Okay, sure. Illyria, were you doing anything in particular while this conversation was happening? Illyria?
Technical difficulties on my end.
Yeah, sure, no worries.
God, why, internet? You were doing so fine
Aw.
until the end.
Yeah, I've been kind of noticing that. Yeah, I think it's like, bad
Yeah.
connection.
Internet. Blame internet, always. It's much easier to blame internet.
I hate where I'm living at. I live in middle of nowhere in Maryland.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
Yeah.
Were you doing it? Was Illyria doing anything in particular while Shania was off talking with Meredith?
Thinking real hard of what she should do. Helping a criminal, or go to the College of Mages and get answers to a particular problem.
Okay. So, all your thoughts are disturbed by Janai being very dramatic and attracting all your attention. You also see Janai get very embarrassed and blush when she talks to Carol. Carol is completely lost. She's gone completely. But yes, Janai, you have garnered everybody's attention again.
So the plan is, right, we talk to the guards, we talk,
Like on Captain Guards,
we
yeah.
kick Ratman's butts, we think of a name for ourselves.
Oh yeah.
Megatep just called us fellas. Maybe we should be fellas.
The good fellas.
Yeah. Neutral fellas.
Sorry.
Chaotic neutral fellas.
Definitely cannot call yourselves good fellas.
Sorry.
She just whispered to herself, "Oh, this is not going to go as
Yeah, maybe while we're out, Carol and Meredith can come up with a name. Maybe they have an idea what to call us. Because it's better for other. Sometimes it's better for other people to give names than for us ourselves. Because it's like people give others nicknames by what
That's
they
true.
do.
Yeah, you have to earn it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it could grow
Okay.
into it.
Yeah, Roads.
Let's just hope that the name doesn't end up becoming the Suicide Squad or something, you know?
No, what do we call it? Why don't we call ourselves the maid and the maid and their accomplices?
Let's Let's rain check on that name.
Magic Fellers.
No, I think it's a very good name.
Magic fellas?
Magic fellas.
But we're
Magic
not
fellas.
all magic.
No, let's not call ourselves magic. No, I feel the
That's
noble
not
and
true,
the noble and
you're
the
very
servants would be a good
magical.
idea as well.
You know what? I will
Yes.
think on it.
You're just not magical in the technical sense, but you're magical in the personality sense. So. I don't know. Sykes is trying to be kind. I'm sorry. I'll
I take the
continue your
cup of
story.
wine away from Sykes.
No.
I'm like, you
It's
have
it's
enough.
not even
And then you
it's
just
not
down
even
it
fully
yourself.
drunk.
I'm done. He just goes back to cleaning his hat.
All right, so tell me what the plan is, please. Or are you still deciding on one?
Oh, we're
I
going
think-
to the cards
Yeah,
first, right?
yeah, I think
I think
that, yeah,
Janae
Henry
was in
the
the-
captain of the
But,
guards.
like, you wanted to tell something other than there was the plan. Then
No!
okay, no, you're good. And then
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
So yeah.
cool,
So the captain, the
Alright.
the sewers for the rat, and then the college of mages.
So you're going to go to the captain first. Okay.
Hmm.
Sykes, you are the one who knows where the captain is. So you lead
Yep.
your compatriots out of the Song and Dance Tavern. It is probably now about it's about late afternoon, early evening. So you're walking through the streets, and you can tell that the streets are beginning to get more and more empty as people end up either going to their homes for dinner and sleep, or head to the various local watering houses. This being the poor district. Poor district. Most people end up going to the local water houses anyway. By what houses I mean taverns. For those who don't understand my linguistic choices. And you lead your compatriots to the prison where you were once kept. Reaching the door to the prison, there are two guards outside of it, and they watch the five of you approach. They watch the five of you approach the door, and as you approach, they give you a look.
I step
Oh,
forward.
Yes,
Sykes
well,
Brillo,
I can tell.
I have
We can tell.
information for the captain about the investigation.
And what about these people?
They're with me.
All right, okay. Well, we'll get inside.
Unfortunate.
You four, I'm afraid you're gonna have to wait downstairs.
Ugh.
You have to wait. You have to wait in there. And
Is that all right with you guys?
the guards indicate a side room, clearly just a waiting area for the prison.
That's no problem.
Okay.
Right, well, Captain's upstairs in his office.
Okay. Thank you, sir. And I'll go ahead upstairs.
The room where the four of you are indicated to wait is very sparsely furnished. Clearly, is designed to be a waiting room for visitors to the prison, if any visitors ever come to this place. And there are some very rickety chairs on there, which definitely look as though they're probably going to fall apart if you sit in them.
Especially someone as big as Farrell.
Especially someone as big as you, Farrell. In actual fact, when you go to sit down on one of them, the chair gives an enormous creak, which
Yeah.
definitely gives you the warning that if you aren't careful, that you're going to fall through this chair.
He chooses to stand up and wait in a corner instead. After
Okay.
that.
Just stuck to your butt. It's like not, the chair's not big enough for you.
Sykes, you head up to the captain's office. There are guards. Yeah, there are guards all the way up. So you, even if you tried any funny business, you're gonna get caught somehow.
Anyone that looks at me, I just kind of nod at them. So
Sure, no worries. You knock on the captain's door, and there's a brief moment before. Come in.
swing the door open. Good evening, Captain.
Oh, it's you, Sykes. Give you a moment, please.
Yep.
And he rolls up the scroll that he was working on, tucks it into a drawer on his desk. Back already?
Yeah. I just figured I should at least update you on the current situation.
Well, have you killed them or caught them?
We haven't killed them or caught them, but we might know where they are. Or we know
Well, get on with it then. I don't care about if you know where they are. Just fucking do the job you're asked you to.
Okay. I got some people with me. They're helping me out with this. They're in the waiting room.
Oh, they're accomplices to you then? Are they also criminals?
They're not criminals. No.
Right, so you acted alone as an idiot.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad you're able to admit that you were an idiot. Well, get on with it!
Alright, thank you, sir. We should have this cleared soon enough. My current goal is bring him to you alive, or do you just want him dead?
Just bring me something I can show.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'll be showing you.
Okay. Quite right. I will see you soon.
Close the door on your way out.
Close it up.
You get the sense. You don't need a particularly high passive insight to get the sense that he is a bit pissed off that you haven't actually still finished the job. He doesn't care. Just wants you to get on with the job.
True. Yeah. I turn to a guard really quick and I say, "Is there like an equipment area where I could probably get a little more supplies to maybe help me out with this?"
Well, yeah. As Captain said, you can use stuff.
I knock on the door really quick.
What?
Oh my god.
Captain, can I use equipment from storage?
Oh my god.
You're welcome.
There is a pause.
Right?
Oh man.
There is no answer immediately.
Okay.
The door opens, and the captain is there. He looks down at you, and it's just then that you realize, holy shit, this dude is big.
Well, I've seen him before. He showed me
Yeah.
around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty dangerous.
But he has, but that was also in a time of tension, a time of I'm not sure if I'm going to believe or anything. You realize that this dude is actually tall and broad, and he basically looms over you. Just get the fucking job done.
Right. Yes, sir. I take off running.
And you scupper out the door.
Past
Yeah.
us in the waiting room.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
yeah, skin.
Tafari,
She
dust
passed by the
past
window.
well, it's not even that. He has to go past you guys in order to leave. So it's like if you imagine that you've got this desk and then to the side there is a sort of seating area for you guys. So he would have to go past you. So you would see him, and he's So it's not very long. He comes back and he's looking a bit stressed.
I'm just picturing in my head in the cartoons, like when someone runs out the door and then all of a sudden you hear a plane flying overhead.
It's almost like that. It's almost like that. So you guys see Sykes come back not very long after he had left you.
So it went well, did it?
Right. Yes. I guess he doesn't care as long as we show proof that we killed the thing. So. So
That is my specialty. Let's go.
yes, let's go.
So tell me, where do you want to go now?
I'm gonna go show them the grate. At least show them the grate that we went to,
Sure.
Yeah,
or
the one
that
by the
the
bar.
tracks. Yeah, by the
Of
bar.
course. Sure. No worries.
Oh crap, we didn't get permission to enter the sewer.
Nope.
Brain cells.
This is technically going to be a criminal
I'm
act.
sorry, Larry.
He said anything to get the job done. We're getting the job done. We've got permission for anything.
That is actually true, kind of.
Right?
Yeah. That's a good point.
If
That's
you
what
can
I
argue
feel
that, sure.
works.
If you can argue it.
I did tell him about you guys. Then he almost called you accomplices to me, and I said, No, because if we
Would
fail,
have labeled me as a criminal.
I did not. He just said that they're not. So yes, they're not.
Lilia, dear, there's a stick. You should take it out of your ass and get moving.
Yes,
Oh,
let's
God.
get moving so we can get this over with and show him something.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So you oh my lord. Seriousness and chaos. That's what this group is. Seriousness and chaos. So Sykes, you lead your 4 other compatriots very swiftly away from from the prison. Sykes, you're already in that sort of like mode.
Yeah.
I need to get this done. He's going because he's pissed. I need to get this done. The remainder of you though. Shania, Illyria, Farrell, and Tefari. It's not easy. It's not difficult for you to hear the slight snicker of laughter as Sykes leaves the prison from the guards outside the door.
Like the guards are laughing at him.
Yeah.
Of course.
You're gonna be known for a while in this.
Yeah.
So Sykes, you lead Tefari, Farrell, Illyria, and Shania through the port district to the previous grate that you found, and point out the various different tracks that were there at the time. Due to your previous spell that you cast, that tells you the weather, you look up and you can tell that the weather is beginning to close in. It's not going to be long before rain starts to pour down.
All right, we don't have a lot of time. Yeah.
But there in front of you is the very small grate, and as Sykes points out the various different tracks on the ground from the footprints of rat feet and ordinary human feet, or humanoid feet at least, you can see them on the ground there.
So I don't know if we're going to be able to enter through this, because if it's small enough that only like a small rat could go through, or not that small, but like, is it too big for us to go through if we were to try and pull it off?
If you are thin enough, you could squeeze through. But
Sorry,
a character
Farrell, we're leaving you behind. No, just kidding.
a character such as Farrell would definitely not, and even for somebody the likes of you, Sykes, who, yes, you are thin and short, this would still be a difficult thing to do.
Okay, we're not going to be able to fit down here, at least not with Farrell here. Can you guys show me where you guys went and came out of the sewers?
I can actually thin myself with the disguise self.
Oh, really?
Yep, I can make myself like 2
Appear or really thinner?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Is it an illusion? Let me see here.
What's it called?
Disguise self.
Oh.
It does say look different. I don't know if it actually is like a physical.
Is that your trait? Is that a trait, or is that something that you have?
It's a Furbolg like innate.
Yeah,
spell
that's what I
thing,
thought.
yeah.
Oh, here we go. Disguise self.
Yep, it is
it's
just an illusion. Yep.
It's look different,
Here. It is
so
just
you
an
are.
illusion.
Yeah. So you would not be able to physically shrink yourself down.
Yep.
Okay. So can you guys show me where you guys exited the sewer to get into town?
Okay, but there's a cop there with a big headache, I think. So we should probably.
I'll lead in. Well, you can
Be
leave
quiet.
me there. I'll show up and just let him know the captain sent me here, and we're on duty to go in. So.
That's if he notices us.
Okay, yeah, I guess if they notice.
Which she won't.
Yeah.
So
I highly doubt that he'll. Oh wait, I
As-
don't have pass without a trace. No, I forgot. I'm not green.
if they're gonna show me the way there, I'm gonna try and keep a mental track of like directions to kind of maybe find out where the grate was, in the sense of like, like going down. Maybe I can try and follow my way back.
okay, right, yeah, I got you.
Like
Interesting.
a directional mental thing.
I understand. So I just need to go from you. Are you going to be stealthy about this, or
Okay,
are you
guys.
or are you simply going to walk there?
I'd be stealthy, but since they're showing me the way, I'm doing what they're doing.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking the rest of you. I'm not asking you, Sykes.
Yeah. I'll try being as stealthy as possible.
Okay, I then need stealth rolls from you, please.
Aha, 23.
Yeah.
Oh.
I forgot I have disadvantage.
Mhm.
9.
That is not the best. That is not the best rolls. You got 23 and 8 to 13 and a 9. Yeah, that's.
What about Safari?
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
Tafari. That's all. He's
have
also
I
here,
rolled?
isn't he?
Yes,
Yes,
you
you
rolled
have.
instead of 13.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I cannot see anything on my end.
Yeah, it's on your legs.
Okay.
Yeah. Man, if I had passed without a trace, the lowest roll would have been an 18.
Whoa.
Mm.
Yeah. So Tafari is 21. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, 23.
All right. So we've got a 23 and 8 to 13 and 9 and 21. So the five of you proceed through the streets of the Poor District. Janai, you would be the one leading everybody here, as you are the one familiar with the area and having been here before, you know where it is. So you guide what you think to be stealthily through the Poor District, and you arrive, or at least you get to partway before the Grate. And you see a guard there. They are again in the. It's a different guard to the one that was there 2 nights before. Was it 2 nights before? Yes, it would be 2 nights before. It's a different guard to the one that was there 2 nights before. But again, you see the same red-white livery with the flying horse sigil embroidered upon their clothing. And as you approach, they look up and they look up and they glance in your direction. Can I help you?
Yes, I am here to catch a murderer. The captain. Where's his name?
That's right. We're here to catch murderers.
Stephen Turner. Captain Stephen Turner has ordered me to catch the murderer, and I believe they are here in the sewers.
Right. Okay. And what sort of proof?
No proof.
Apart from-
Captain just said capture them, kill them. He just wants proof that they're dead.
And also, there's tracks leading into the sewer.
Oh yeah, if you want to show, we can show you the tracks.
No, I can't leave here. Can you roll me a persuasion check, please, Sykes?
Yeah.
With advantage.
Oh yay.
You do get it because Farrell is there and going, we know it's here.
Please roll high.
17.
Right, well, if Captain said so. Not usual we rely on commoners like yourselves, but fine, okay. And he reaches back and locks the gate. Pulls it open for the 5 of you. Watch yourselves down there, some weird shit down there.
Thank you for your
Unfortunately,
concern.
that's why we need to go in.
Yeah.
For a second, Janai does this little arrogant face that she's seen before. This little sort of highbrow face. She's like, we are not coming. And then we go into the sewers.
Wow. And as you enter, you get the same smell of feces, mold, water, dirty water begins to hit your nose. Well, their own damn fault for going in there anyway. And with a clang, the gate closes. You are plunged into darkness, and the sounds of lapping water hit your ears, and that is where we are going to end the session today.
Well, good, because next section we'll have Tafari. We need him for this.
Yeah.
Really badly.
Hopefully it'll be here. Yeah.
If I'm the only
Fingers
one that
crossed.
can hit a rat, that's a problem.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, you're not the only one. You're not the only one who can hit a rat. There's a few
We
others.
hit it and do half damage. Is what he can do.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, Janae. Sorry, you can hit certainly this rat and do no damage.
Oh no, you can. No, this one is
Wait, what?
no, yeah.
What's going
No.
on?
So yeah, thanks very much for joining me, guys. I had a load of fun. I've missed
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
I missed this.
Yeah.
I
I
needed
missed you
this.
all.
Good session to come back to.
I
It was
needed
nice.
this. I hope you guys had fun as well. I hope you guys watching also had a bit of fun as well. I am endeavouring to try and get these recordings up on YouTube, the same YouTube channel, Games and Tea. Unfortunately, due to slight incompetence, I managed to lose some of the episodes.
No.
Thankfully, not all of them though. So I do have a majority of them, but unfortunately, I did lose a few of them because Twitch.
Which ones are
yay.
we missing now?
We are missing 5 and 6, I believe.
Okay, we'll reenact them.
Reenact them. Complete reenactment here.
Oh man,
I believe-
Film
I'm
separate.
sorry.
No worries. I think it was 5 and 6, which I unfortunately managed to lose. But episodes 1 through 4, I believe, are on the YouTube channel. So please do feel free to go over there, give it a follow, give it a like, share, do all the weird stuff, which I'm hopeless at. We're going to do a round robin here, take a leaf out of Michael Kessivan's book from Dead as a Gamer, and do some memorable moments, starting with Illyria. What were your memorable moments, Miss? Illyria?
It was clearly the Wi-Fi connection.
Oh, wait, what? What's going on? I'm sorry. I was
Uh,
trying to touch it to the can.
A memorable moment.
Well, learning about Lyria's predicament and
that was
possibly
neat.
getting brain hemorrhaging from at the end.
I was definitely having fun with that. I could definitely tell. I was having so much fun with that. It was great fun. But yeah, that moment of learning about Illyria's what she might be, it's interesting. That was something that as me as GM I had to definitely puzzle over. That I definitely had to puzzle over, because there's a lot of stuff which is in the background, but I had to think about how much would this person know. So that was a fun experience for me.
There for me that there was definitely a little aha moment when you were like talking about something. I'll message you about it later, but yeah.
Okay,
I don't know.
sure.
Yeah.
Mm.
I was like, oh.
The plot thickens.
The plot thickens. Farrell, did you have a memorable moment today?
I loved the bar scene with Janai and the dancing and stuff like that. Like, that was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
I
fun.
already know that Farrell has the wrong interpretation of what happened there, but I like it because his assumption is that Garm's ghost came down and visited the bar.
That would have been so cool.
Oh,
Oh,
that's really sweet.
our
I
furry
love that.
friend.
Oh, furry friend came and visited. That's really sweet. I like that.
Our dead
nice.
cannibal. Yeah.
That's why he
Nice.
brought up the drums and started playing the drums.
Nice. That's really nice. I like that. Yeah. That I loved that scene. That was great. That was great fun. Sykes, did you have a memorable moment today?
Definitely the second interaction with the captain. He's just like, he's just like, I'm like, right. Just runs out.
Got you. I'm gone. Yeah, that was. It was.
That and finding
Oh,
out
boy.
that Carol or whatever, when I was mentioning about like their money being on the counter and like putting it in the safe, she's like, "Oh, we have a safe." I'm like, "Did you not know that? And you're the owner? Like what?" Yeah, you got a safe.
Yeah, I'm having fun playing Carol. I hope I'm doing Carol justice to you, Janai, but I'm having fun playing her. She's a lot of fun.
I like
And
her. She's cool.
Janai,
Yeah, she's a fun
talking of Janai, memorable moment.
To me, I don't know. I love the sword dance. It's fun because I've played Janai before in a different campaign with a different group of people, and it happened similarly. And but this time I got possessed halfway through, which is fun.
Well,
which is fine.
well, was it possession or was it something else?
Something else, I don't know. We'll see. Well, we'll just have to see. It's time. I like finding out about Illyria and getting more background lore on the world. It's really cool.
Mhm.
Knowing more about what we're living in and how that's shaped. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Um,
interesting mysteries.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Thank you.
I want to learn more.
Thank you.
I've got a name
I have
for us, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh
Do
no.
because I shoved one in the disc over you first.
Chaos Crew!
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
already a
Chaos Crew is definitely
There's already a
an
Chaos Crew that
nickname.
has been taken though, unfortunately.
already
Aw.
exists.
Yeah.
But I was thinking we're the uncommoners.
Yeah.
Uncommoners.
I mean, that is kind of fun.
It is possible. It is possible.
I do like that.
Anyways, we are going to go and raid somebody. I can see that D&D Beyond is online, so we're going to go raid them because why the
Oh,
fuck not?
Yay!
Yeah, might as well.
Have fun with them. I
I
have no idea what they are doing. They seem to be doing something, so we're just going to go and raid them. Please do go over there, throw some love over them. I do hope that you had fun today. I'll be back on Sunday with my other lot of D&D crew who are. I would say they're less chaotic than these five.
But I don't.
Well.
Really?
Jeff is there,
They've got
so
Jeff there,
it's not.
so
It's,
yeah,
they've got
it's
Jeff there,
cool.
so
With Jeff
chaos is
assisting.
definitely part of it, shall
They've
we
got their
say?
scales balanced with Jeff being there. So,
Exactly. Yeah. Absolutely. So yeah, thanks very much for joining us today. I had fun. I know players had fun. I hope you all had fun. Do look after yourselves as much as you can. Love each other and love yourselves, and we'll see you all again soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye! Bye!